We're live.
worked.
Woo! I just thought, mention that before we got into it, and we know someone I worked with.
Oh, I was just going to say I know someone who worked
This-
at them, but that's fine.
This person who I worked with, absolute yobbo.
Insert name here. It's a total awesome.
Yeah, I know I am sometimes.
It's funny because at work I actually met one of my ACU friends. And we had a laugh and he's like, it's good to see that you finished your degree. I didn't quite get that. I'm like, you thought I finished a degree? They just hired some random guy off the street. They can just shove needles in people.
From a distance.
Yeah, from
Apparently that's what they did in Queensland.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hired some random doctor off the street.
Where's your doctor of? Philosophy.
Yeah.
Do you really need this needle? Be the needle. Be the needle. Okay, so we're up to session number 31, and you're not all dead.
Yay!
It's always a good starting point.
Didn't you say there's only been one real death in one of your Pathfinder games?
Yep, he got brought back.
But he still died.
Yep. Dead. He's been... well, no, there's actually been a few other deaths. So we did have a ranger and his puppy die. They were more upset with the puppy dying than the ranger. Because they left him in a dungeon for 24 hours with a friend.
With a friend.
Yep.
Oh god.
So we had two PCs die who pulled out of the game.
Oh,
But at the time I didn't know they were pulling out of the game. But they've been left in the dungeon for 24 hours without any way of getting out.
Wow.
They were left at the front entrance that was sealed.
Yeah.
And there was no way to get in or out of that entrance by them. And they went out the back way. Rested, had food, slept, full night's rest, spoke to the priest for many hours, decided, we might go back down again, and then found the dead bodies.
Whoops.
Oops.
With the whole thing of, this is strange.
Oh, we know these dead bodies.
Huh.
There's fresh blood here.
Swear I left them alive.
Where have we heard that one before? I swear there were 10 of them in here. Why is there only 3?
So that was technically the worst death so far, was by neglect.
Seems to run well in.
Well, not one of them remembered that they had other party members. And I didn't prompt them.
Your party members still down there. Your party members. Yeah, that'll be fine.
They considered doing that, but then they might have decided, let's go back down there and get them.
Why do I keep hearing this damage ticker going off?
What are these hit markers?
Why do I keep getting random lines with blood dripping out of me?
Well, one of them does have bite marks on his neck sometimes when he wakes up.
Oh.
That's not very cool.
And Silvernail burns him.
Yeah, that's not very cool.
And he now has the where we had one character with the blue runes all over his body. He has black runes.
Ooh.
Not blue, black.
Is there a difference? I presume there is.
Yep.
Well, no one really knows yet because it hasn't really happened for a long time. And most of the scholars they actually said it in one of their games recently for this group that it is not a common thing and it happens every say 100 years, and only one person at a time is really affected. But they had word that there are 2 affected at the moment, and potentially 3.
They also die very quickly, so it's hard to ascertain properly.
Yeah, we don't really know what happened to.
Didn't we
Zed.
have another party member?
Yeah, the healer, he's not here.
Yeah.
Saviour.
Oh, the savior of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about butt punch or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt shot.
Watch out.
I know. I just keep changing.
Butt punch. I mean, he's trying to get closer to jump punch. Not quite meeting it yet.
She's gonna be so butt.
So butty butt face.
And you do have the twice born hobgoblin who's small.
Yes, but no one knows where they're from.
Yeah, we presume that she followed the horde of goblins that left.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was
Let's be honest, they'll just come back and say, no, it's thrice born now.
Yeah.
Missing presumed awesome.
yeah.
pumping everything in her wake.
So she probably heard about Harry's telly and trying to outdo it.
Yeah, pretty much.
She should quit while she's behind.
She might not be behind.
Yeah. I mean, the goblins just say no to me. What the hell is it?
Do they say no? Or you just report they say no?
It's probably the reason why the numbers are increasing.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with goblins having a bit of arcane might in their backstory.
Yes.
No, nothing.
Some are born with might, achieve mightiness, and have might thrust upon them.
Something in them.
Some are reborn with might.
Yes, you just want to be careful where you thrust your might.
Yeah, dude, have you seen this list?
So, speaking of characters, we'll go around and have Stefan introduce his character.
No, I'm playing.
Who am I playing today?
Well, my character has a name for this.
Onto the green arrow.
Well, the Green Arrow, but I actually gave myself a different name as well. But
What?
yeah, the Pathfinders, they don't tell you to use the same name in every place
What?
you go to.
No, Quest is just like, I don't have to be questioned. What is this?
That's a question for later.
Yes, but I'm playing Green Arrow, the Green Arrow. Surprise, surprise.
Playing Ollie.
Yes, yes.
He hasn't gone down the knocking himself out with drugs path yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
No, he's just knocking everyone else out.
And I don't even know what to say about my character right now, apart from just watch the scene.
Watch this space.
Yes.
Well, you are the healer of the party, even though everyone thinks everyone else is healing in your place.
Yes, yes, I'm the non-healer in.
Yes.
You're the token non-healer.
Oh, hang on. Aren't you our, like, one-shot kill?
Oh yes, that's right.
Except for
yeah.
when you shot someone in the butt. So, butt
Yeah.
shot by the Green Arrow is a interesting title because he's the first person shot by Kroll who survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is both good for him and good for him. Because A, he isn't dead, and B, he gets a title from it. So, you know.
But you're also sometimes known as the tree.
The tree?
Yes.
Poppy.
Puppy.
Oh, for God's sake, yeah.
You've heard that, didn't
And I thought it was Stumpy, but there you go.
you?
Well, you're about the same height at the moment,
Well, exactly, you know.
Of course not.
and you smell like a tree to him.
Oh, yeah, no surprise there.
It's not green.
Green, yeah, thanks.
And Woody. That bow and all those arrows.
Yeah, yeah. Because, you know, other people don't have wood in their weapons at all.
But not wearing a lot of green at the same time. You got all these things going for you.
I think it's dog with size tested.
His eyes are fine, thank you.
Even when you broke his master's arm.
Twice.
Twice.
It's a scent-based creature. It
No,
doesn't
he
need
only.
size testing.
Oh well, he snapped both bows, but technically we're already cracking again because I was literally like, great. Didn't happen, okay? Didn't happen.
Dead Morgan.
So hi, I play Quest. I am he's the quintessential bard, but make him a goblin and make everybody hate him. Oh, I did say quintessential bard, so everyone already does.
So that last statement, you know, quintessential bar, make every...
Everyone
This
already-
sort of goes together, doesn't it?
So
Yeah.
is that what we call double entendre?
So everyone now loves you because you're the hated of the hated?
Yes.
No. What is it? It's hated factorial.
Hated squared.
Hated squares.
So it's a goblin! It's a goblin bard! Get the goblin bard!
Yes.
So we've already introduced your arm breaking maneuvers.
Yes. Well, I am flex one arm, or when I'm not in Riddleport, Doozer. I have Puppy, who's obviously a puppy, totally mistakenly told him to pee or crawl once, and now he just kind of does it by
Toilet
mistake.
Now I wish your dog was like
Toilet
a saber cackle puppy or something.
Sick cackle. I mean, I could have had a
Just to confuse
cat,
people.
but
Okay. It's just one resurrection spell away from it. Reincarnate spell away from it.
Yes, what could possibly go wrong with
At least it's not
reincarnate?
as
And
bad
don't
as
worry,
that.
then you become scratching post.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's better, jumping post or scratching post?
Dunno, but I'm learning how to become a druid, so.
Yeah, I broke my arm a few weeks ago now.
In an arm wrestling competition.
In an arm wrestling competition with a barbarian.
No.
No, that's right.
Did
Who
you
I've said I
even-
will challenge again one day.
Who's taught even
Very
jump
soon.
punch a lesson?
Yeah, who's jump punch a lesson, so, you know, I may regret asking her for a rematch.
She's
but-
one to watch out for.
Actually, didn't we challenge her to a competition or something?
No, we invited her to run a comp at the Golden Goblin on Tuesday. So that's happening.
That's gonna. Okay. Sure.
Gonna go break my arm again.
Yep.
Before that.
Not dealing with it.
Okay, and then we move on to Josh. Got your voice ready?
No, because he's laughing too much.
Hi, my name is Parry. Outside these walls, I'm also known as Parry. Apparently, I've got a big following of fans.
And
Always thinking
babies.
that, always thinking that their kids are mine. I don't understand. How this could have happened.
Is this where you pull out the diary and go, July 27th, Angela, Bianca, Jennifer, you know.
It's like Mumbo number 5 all over again.
He literally does have journals like that, though. We've
I know,
seen
that's
them.
the
No. I don't have a journal. I have a song named after me. It's Mumbo number 5.
That's
Thank
why
you.
perfect
Okay.
answer. I don't know what happened. Oh, I can explain that.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, luckily for you, you were a prolific writer when you were younger.
Beautiful. That's not a surprise.
Weren't you actually cross-referencing those journals anyway with these people
I was.
to find? Yeah, to
Yeah,
find
no, he
out
was.
who actually was owed something.
a number
Three of them out of the lot came out as possibilities.
That's right.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other ones didn't happen in the right time frames.
in the right time frames, but yeah.
Let's see. You say your child's 4. Yes. Are you sure he's not 2.5?
You say
I'm
he's
pretty
short?
sure. No, I'm pretty sure he's tall for his age. Because I'm pretty sure he's 2.5.
You do come across a lot of inaccuracies like that.
Yeah.
The age just doesn't quite match up for most of them.
Yeah, it's not surprising. Anything to get a bit of my fame.
Well, you
And
are
that's some-
currently seen as the only mage away from the mages group.
I thought you were going to say a sexual pest. But anyway.
Both?
Easy target.
Well, no one claimed that it wasn't unwelcome.
That's fair.
The only
Fair.
character to make it a class feature.
Bards generally do that.
Yes, yes.
So it's using that our bard is not the Lothario who has everyone chasing after him.
No.
So when we get to a goblin town,
Nope. Remember, Quest is ugly, even the goblins.
are you sure about that? That might be a telling feature. His face is messed up. I want him.
Don't worry, once he proves he can read.
Let me read you your history in the stars. Read. Okay, so the story currently goes that you were sent to Riddleport to investigate a strange disturbance in the sky. You were given a 2 to 4 month time frame to gather information, report back at the end of it, and let the Pathfinders know you can actually be Pathfinders.
Didn't you say like 6 months max?
Yeah.
6 months max, yes.
So,
And we've already been here like a month.
About a month and a half.
Yeah.
But as long as we can read the scripts.
go to Riddleport, investigate this thing. Haven't done it. You've got 6 months at max. Been here a month and a half.
You have
Don't let anyone know you're Pathfinders. Fuck that up.
Wait, how did we fuck that up?
Don't let anyone know you're investigating the spot. Fuck that up.
No. We can let people know that we're investigating the spot, but we don't
We
let
can't
them
tell them
know
that we're Pathfinders.
why.
We can't tell them the reasoning behind investigating the spot in the sky. By the way, the fact that I'm investigating the spot in the sky with the Wizards Guild makes sense.
Yes, sure.
That's a good cover.
That's
Yes.
a good cover.
There's also the fact that the Hell Knights are doing a major investigation into it.
Yeah, we're copying the Hell
I
Knights,
don't
right?
know. I haven't shown my
Copying them.
So you can visit the Hell Knights and ask them questions. I'm sure that will go down well.
Yeah. Well, we went there in and had a look around. The last time we'll be there. Probably. I
Well,
hope.
we can go to the temple because they apparently are talking to the Hell Knights. Even more reason.
Were we there earlier?
Yes.
You were.
Yesterday.
Without Parry, because Parry was busy.
Oh, that's right.
Busy.
Yeah. We purposely went there without Parry so we could actually ask questions.
Weren't we all busy at that point too?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, because we're getting sidetracked by finding this dwarf that's run up for 500 gold apparently.
Yeah, but we also kind of both went to opposite sides of the
City.
city and then realized we had each other's stuff that we needed.
Oh well.
It was an interesting breakup of the party. You go that way, you go that way. Okay, they head off. So, show them the cloak. What cloak? You got the cloak, don't you? No, you got the cloak. No. Deuce has got the cloak. Okay. Deuce is not with us.
Yes. Damn it. So we met up with everyone at the temple. That's the last one I remember.
And they gave you some background of the city
Yep.
and how everything is faction based. And currently you're associated with one of the factions. So if you move into another faction, you basically declare war on that faction.
Yeah, we lose all of our cred. We know that the guy that we're blaming for the dwarf disappearing is nobody.
Eventually, we've confirmed he's died.
Yeah, we confirmed the dwarf is dead.
Have we?
Yes.
I thought we went to the tower to do that and we didn't have the cloak.
No,
we
we
did,
went
but
to
then we went to the temple
church.
as well, and then the temple told
Oh,
us
so that's what we were told when I was
the
there.
Cypher Mage wouldn't let us do it without a very big donation.
Yes.
Yeah, the temple checked for the soul. Yep, it's not that. It's like, oh, that's all.
Thankfully, Dooza provided our donation for us at the temple.
Interesting.
Someone else donated something to Hans.
It was Dooza and it was also Peter's character.
That's right.
No, really.
They both donated.
Okay.
So we found out that the Mark died. We found out that what's the guy's name, the mage?
Which?
The
one
nobody.
that's not actually
Important.
the guppy. The guy
The
that
head cheese?
no, the guy that stole the cash on the first day in town.
Angvar Thessal.
Oh, the douchebag mage. Yeah.
Thessal Crit is actually his
No,
name. yes.
that's Parry, okay?
Yeah, he's
So he looks like a Parry wannabe.
yes he does.
I'm gonna slap him
I
and show
think
him
he's a
real
bit
power.
tall.
We're gonna have to differentiate here. You're the douchebag wizard. That's the douchebag mage.
Yes, got it now.
We found out that his small fry that no one actually takes seriously.
It's actually very
But
good.
he's trying to take over people's areas and stuff.
Yes.
But we also found
Do
that
you
someone
want?
else
I'll go.
is hiring him to do stuff.
I forgot to bring
He's getting funding from somewhere. I think Dooza suggested it was
Pretty sure we worked out it was highly likely to be.
the pink rock salt.
I was trying to find the
Fat
pink
guy.
rock salt here, but I can't see it.
Oh,
The
big
orc.
whiz, big whiz. No,
Do you have any
the,
spare
the
pink rock
actual
salt?
overseer.
Pink
Fine.
rock salt. That would be in the
possibly, yeah.
either the Darth
Yeah.
Vader lightsaber or the Obi-Wan
Yes, you
lightsaber.
might be playing.
Oh,
side.
it's in the lightsabers. Oh, okay. That'd be why I
And
couldn't
that
find
he
it
may
on
have
the
just
shelf.
taken the money. So.
Leftovers from yesterday.
He's not in control. Because that's what he does.
We went back to the Goblin and we harassed our handler.
Yes.
Found out
What did
some
you guys do when I was distracted?
A lot.
Okay.
You know,
No.
the mission.
You know, Cecil?
Sorry, side quest number C.
I'm not sure which one's which because I haven't used them.
That looks like so. The other one looked like it had peppers in it. So
It was probably pepper.
is it
Yes.
just button?
I don't know. Yes, it is.
Oh, that is so cool.
What
That
did you
is
find out
awesome.
from him though? Found out that
Oh, it's money.
there's no reason for us to assume that he stole the money because
Can I
of
have the other?
reasons. And that there's no reason to make him disappear because if he disappears,
Can I have the
a whole
other
heap of other stuff
map?
goes missing too.
Oh, sorry. You don't have those two in the underlay.
And you don't think he left because rumors are that Sol has his clan dagger.
Yeah.
Well, that and we've been told by every man, dog, and person in the city that no one gets more than 5 steps with that kind of money without being stabbed to death, which we found out to be true.
Yeah, we're done making noise. Sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted amusing.
It's awesome. I need one.
But yeah. Also, the dwarf couldn't have just attacked him or anything because if Soul goes missing, then everything he involves disappears too.
You don't need one with all the amount of stuff that I've seen already.
Well, we know that the same day that Saul said he was missing, he was killed.
Yeah.
After closing the Golden Goblin.
Yeah, well, he kind of walked out of the Golden Goblin, moved 2 blocks, and died.
Yeah.
Did we end up finding the bloodstains?
You found an alleyway with bloodstains.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know that describes every alleyway in the city.
Party members decide to eat him.
Yeah, fair enough.
You can't prove that.
I can't. I'm still disgusted.
Either way, we know
Told
they
you,
ate
it
goblins.
didn't taste like dwarf.
And they told you it was finger food to begin with. The fact that some of them still had finger bones in it.
And I'm glad no one knows how that came to be.
I still feel sorry for that poor little goblin.
Oh, you gave him lots of money. You gave him more than a
No, the one he pushed down the stairs.
No, the one I pushed down the stairs and murdered.
That goblin, the other goblin. The very dead goblin that people have eaten.
So he can claim more kills in here than Doozer's had so far.
I know.
So
Well, behind
each
you,
city you
Doozer.
go to, Parry keeps racking up the kill count.
It's a very easy way to win this.
Well, kill Parry.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of crossed Juice's lines. Just slightly, especially after the visions I
I was
got.
about to say, after the reviews, you definitely are.
I'd say just tie him up, but A, he'd enjoy it, and B, he'd still manage to get more kills.
My mind gave us a completely different answer to that. So how to solve that? What? Keep more goblins downstairs?
What was the kid quest on the set? He bounces.
His whole family might bounce.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
I wonder why Juice likes storing me.
Just get the music away.
No, well, no.
No, it makes an interesting sound when he lands.
He squeaks.
Cannon.
Puppy likes it.
Squeak twig.
Squeak toy.
Okay, bite, squeak. Bounce, 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 bounce. Bite, squeak. Bounce, 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 bounce. Both get exercise.
Would need more exercise. I'm already fit.
Or goblin?
Malnourished, sorry.
Okay, so after getting in and resting from your investigations and not actually finding much that had happened, a lot of suspicion.
Yep.
No
we know
real
he's
proof.
dead at least.
Yes.
Are we gonna tell Soul that? I can't remember if we
Yes,
agreed.
we did.
Well, yeah, Soul knows.
Okay. Did we ask him about what he's gonna do with the plant dagger now?
Yeah, he said he was going to just sell it because it was pointless.
Yeah, because the other dwarves will want it.
You can sell it back to the dwarves. Considering if someone did want to bring the other guy back, they couldn't bring him back without the dagger anyway.
He didn't want it because now he didn't have something over his dead
Yeah.
colleague.
Okay, so you start getting word in that the competition is being moved to the end of the week because some people were still travelling to get in,
This is the arm wrestling competition.
Yeah.
and so they've
It's
turned
less
it
than
into a
Joe's a
big.
breaker.
They've turned it into a bigger festival.
It wasn't meant to be a festival, it was meant to be an event, but there you go.
Well, it's such an event that it has the signs up saying "We will break you." With
Whose idea was that?
For once, Prairie didn't have a shitty idea. Doozy did.
Okay.
Chris starts composing a song.
It's almost as bad as Soul putting our name out there everywhere.
And there's and on the poster is picture of Flex one arm with the arm done, with a little gnome standing in front of her.
You should have the claps are off beat. It's.
We've got a volunteer who's paying off a debt, and instead of claps, it's the sound of a breaking bone.
Oh. Well, I don't think we need sound effects. Just saying.
PTSD on that one.
Just saying.
Dude's like rubbing.
Well, it might be Percy's and the Leg Breakers.
Yeah.
So and it's so.
That's a great boy band name. Percy and the Leg Breakers. Yeah.
So what are you called Leg Breakers? Snap. But that was my leg.
And Percy does the clapping.
You asked.
Oh, you didn't know money. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, but you know we can't call them person leg breakers because they'd never get anywhere. Because one would say, we're person leg breakers, another person would go, snap! And then they just go around in a circle, they've all broken their legs and they're going to crawl everywhere. It's like, this is terrible.
Well, once they go around once, they have to go back around a second time because I've got two.
This is exactly
It's
why
already.
they're called Percy leg breakers.
Percy-
Because they break their own legs.
Percy and the Leg Breakers.
I mean, need I remind people about that ridiculous cruel fest we had in the Golden Goblin?
Oh well.
Oh god.
That's okay. So during the week, two of the dead Percy show up.
Wait,
Which,
what?
which we're not
Yeah.
surprised about because we got told
You get
that.
told that the Percys are cursed, and that every time they die, they eventually come back, regardless of how badly the bodies were mangled,
that's right.
Oh,
including
great.
disintegration rays. But every time they die, they get stupider.
Which partially explains why we can't teach them how to close and or lock a door.
How could
Or,
they
you
even
know,
find their mouth
read
when
or write.
drinking?
Apparently that's the only thing that remains.
That's
Is
all muscle memory, they don't need to be smart for
the
that.
neural motor function of doing this.
They attempted enough times that enough get through to keep them going.
So my question is, why do they get so sad about Percy dying if they know they're coming back?
Because they
And
don't know
why
they're coming
why
back.
do they not have crosses all the way down their arms?
They don't know they're coming back, they're dumb.
Yeah.
Thick as two bricks.
So what are they gonna do about their tattoos now? The ones that survive put like markers of the dead Percy friends.
So one of them might have more markers than there are Percys.
But
Yeah.
probably when they die, they lose the tattoos too.
Did the other Percys come back with tattoos?
No.
Creepy.
That's it. The bodies are new. Somebody is making new bodies.
Creepy.
You're completely scar-free as well.
Actually, are we able to get out? I'd like to go see the graves.
There are no graves.
There are no graves, okay.
There are no grave.
That's right. The city doesn't have a graveyard.
They do have a graveyard, but you have to pay a lot to go in there. And that only guarantees that your body will stay there for a couple of months before someone gets to it.
Yeah, right. It's a waste of society.
It is.
Is it just like in like a corner block thing? It's just like he's a small burial mound where you just shove a body.
Oh no, they have an extensive graveyard.
Oh, okay.
It's called the burying ground.
And the problem with the extensive graveyard is it's already very full. So they always make room.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, the Percy shows up and that they greet each other warmly. And
Do they just think they're like extended cousins that have come to the city because they heard Percy's died.
You have no idea.
I asked them. I asked the ones that I know haven't died recently because they've got tattoos.
Oh, for those ones. Oh no, they're just my bros. I got bros. I know I have lots of bros.
Many.
I can tell what my bros are because we all look alike.
That's as far as the family tree goes. Is
Mm.
Percy, lots of bros.
Yeah, Percy.
Percy's bro.
And then like
The
Frank's
infinity
out.
sign next to it.
Bro.
Percy undisclosed amount.
It's bro. Bro. And there's Doug.
Bracket.
No one ever talks about Doug.
Bro, yeah. Doug's probably the one doing this, right?
Anything eventful happening during the week other than Percy's showing back up?
There are signs up everywhere. There's excitement. People showing up to ask what they need to qualify.
What-
And
what
everyone
was
getting
the
directed
slogan
to
for the,
"We will break you."
Oh, we will break you.
Do I need to call 2 arms? 1 arm.
Well, they're asking what they need to get into the competition because they've been hearing about this competition.
Money.
Money.
So we bring money on the day.
Bring money on the day, you leave it at the desk, you get to come in.
How much money?
Did
Someone
we?
who's good at math.
Didn't we discuss the soul?
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we discuss it
We,
before?
we mentioned
How big's this event gonna be?
Well, look, you can cram in as many people as you can get into a shooting gallery.
Dice says 8. I will say 8 gold.
Right, cool.
Even though probably no one can afford that. 8 silver.
What did we have to pay to get into?
It was equivalent of up to a gold, but mainly expected in silver.
Okay,
8 silver.
so equivalent gold in whatever denomination you can give.
So what's the reward for winning then?
How many people are asking?
Well, you're getting in the first day about 10 different people coming up and asking.
So if we make it 5 silver, that would be 50 gold. Those 10 people.
25.
That's
No,
what-
sorry. It'll be 5. No, so if you're saying it's 5 silver per person, it'll be 5 gold. You said 50 gold.
Yes, fine.
I'd say we leave it as what's happened before, where it's up to a gold in whatever denomination you can make it to. And I guess what does Soul normally pay out?
I reckon just put.
Well,
half
he
of it
said
towards
you'd
a-
organise this competition. He was happy to see what you were wanting to put forward.
10% of the pot.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was
that's right.
thinking.
So the pop, alright. So whatever that ends up being.
And then the rest obviously goes to house.
Well, it goes to
So
cover
for every
medical expenses.
10 silver they give, 1 silver goes into the kid.
That sounds
Okay,
like it works.
they're happy with that. So people start spreading the word. On the second day, about 20 odd goblins show up
So,
What the? Okay.
They want
and,
it.
and knock on the door.
Oh.
You show up.
Sure.
They look up, go Parry.
Don't-
Or one of them hugs you.
Oh.
Are these more of your kids?
Really?
Possibly. Yeah, wouldn't go past it.
I mean, he does know goblins, so.
I do know a goblin, yes.
Yeah, yells from the kitchen. Harry, you have no bounds.
Fuck off! I've got more of a count than you.
Yes, you definitely have more parental people chasing after you than he
Yes.
does.
I'm more of a fan base than you.
And so they ask you about. Do you know another goblin staying here? They heard there's a goblin staying here.
Is it goblins doing it?
Nope.
No.
Quest ducks his hat and shows up as a gnome and says, "There's no more other goblins here.
You've got a gnome.
No, that's a shame. What happened? There was a goblin here.
What do you want a goblin for?"
Well, that's goblin business in 60's tongue, I know you.
There's the goblin statue.
Well, we can take that.
You can talk to it.
You can talk.
What
at
kind
it.
of goblin business are you here for? Saying in goblin.
He looks you up and down and says, "You're a bit tall for a goblin."
I
You
speak
guys,
the
you
language,
guys
though.
were excited to see me.
Yeah, well, it's like to see you, but goblin business, you know. But we knew there was a goblin here, but it's always great to see Parry. He says, "Give me a smile."
Does Perry actually recognize who the hell these goblins are?
Hey, who are these goblins?
Give me a society check.
Society. What is that? Oh, down
Yeah, yes.
there. Oh, I found it. Natural
wow.
20.
Natural 20.
Gave me the 26.
Looking at them, you recognize them. These are goblins that you used to
No. No.
torment as a child because basically they grow up so quickly and they look like they're in the equivalent of adult now. So they're big enough to throw you around if they really wanted to. But they were all little young'uns when you last saw them.
Ah, it's good to see you guys. You're growing up so fast.
So Quest says in Goblin to them, this doesn't have anything to do with the Warlord's bounty on a certain goblin that's running around, does it?
They look at you. Shh. Gnomes not speak goblin. Bad juju.
But Barry does. And that's
But you're
fine.
not a gnome. He's a gnome.
Okay, fair enough.
Gnomes not speak goblin. Bad juju.
He swaps
Okay.
dwarkish.
Are you here for a bounty? Are you?
Yeah, they probably don't know Wolfish though. You piqued Juice's interest in knowing Wolfish.
Okay, so apparently you tricked him into actually talking.
The gnome doesn't want it, but as soon as Barry goes, yes, sure.
Tell Perry all your secrets. What is this weird juju?
So he starts unloading on you about the whole wanting to catch up with someone who might be related to one of their family members who had been on a travelling caravan and had gone missing.
Ah.
Last they heard out Corvosa way.
Ooh. Is that your backstory?
Might be. I definitely had a caravan, but no, it got lost.
Well, lost and taken over by necromancers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Interesting.
And basically, had he heard about the goblin uprising at Sandpoint?
Do you have a name of this goblin that you're looking for?
Well, just people don't use names around here. Names bad juju.
Name's a bad juju. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Writing things down bad juju.
I was about to note that down, but never mind.
Later.
I will remember that. Names and writing things is bad juju. I'll just forget about that immediately.
And then write it down.
If
Goblins
we see
are
any
dumb.
goblins, we'll let them know that you're looking for them.
Bad
I was
gnome.
saying this in common.
He says a shh, bad gnome. White
Yes,
gnome.
very bad gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad
it's
gnome.
very bad.
Here's my card.
No idea. How bad
God,
gnome I am.
these guys are as dumb as a ghost, aren't they?
Where are you guys staying so we can send people your way?
With bricks.
They just all stop, stare at you, and going, "Not tell gnome anything."
Where would you? So if we came across goblins, where would you like us to direct them?
Hang light off window. He points to the window up there, and we come.
Okay.
We not trust place with gnomes,
So you want us to signal you when? Okay.
or set place on fire. We come then too.
No.
But
We
we
will
come with
signal.
things
We'll
to cook.
signal with light.
Signal with light or fire.
No,
Light or fire. We're happy.
no, light. Light only, no fire.
Fire good. Fire friend.
You go take your fire outside of the city.
Not good at making fire. Good at using fire. Not good at making fire.
Okay. That's good.
So they all troop off.
Yep.
Amusingly enough, they are quite stealthy.
I was about to say, did you want puppy me to follow them, but never
No,
mind.
they're gone.
He could probably smell them.
So
Is it
ba-
goblins?
basically, goblins living in a city and not being murdered on the street.
Mhm.
Obviously know how to get around in numbers. Enough so that they're not randomly killed.
Yep.
They may actually be the ones doing the random killing.
Oh, I should have asked him.
Which bit do you want to ask him? You can go light upstairs and.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask him about the dead dwarf with all the money.
Okay, so a couple more days into it, and while someone else is working the door.
Drews can work the door.
Yeah, Drews can probably walk.
There you go.
Okay, you have a couple of rugged-looking tall orcs.
Ooh.
Yep.
Basically, they look like the equivalent of rugby leaguers as orcs, when a normal orc looks like a human.
Yeah, I mean the normal looks like a doozer.
I'm a bit more buff than the average orc, but anyway.
One of them's got the clan markings from where you're from.
Nice.
Ooh.
He's basically got whole lots of bits of skull across his chest from various kills.
Nice.
You've got some competition coming in.
He's covered from head to toe in scars.
Nice. I greet them warmly, being from the same clan, or
He is from your same clan. You recognize him.
who is he?
He's one of the Huntsmasters.
Wait, oh, okay. This is bad. I feel like it's gonna say, such and such a beast thing that was following us says hi or something.
He's basically a legend amongst your tribe.
Whatever that
There's not one thing he hasn't been able to put down in single combat.
I should ask him many things later, but for now I'll greet him warmly.
And there are a couple of other we've got the other two, and they all seem to be from various tribes in the region as well, and each have a similar reputation.
Oh, is this the same guy who turned down that quest to kill the legendary? Yeah.
No, I think that was other orcs over in the city that were just that were like screw being part of the clan if that's going to be the requirement.
Okay, so they talk to you in fluent Orcish, and they ask if the competition's here yet.
There is a few that have already lined up for the competition. It's been pushed back to Friday because we got word that more people were coming.
This word's gone out.
I tell him the deal with the how much they're going to put in and what the reward's going to be and blah blah blah.
He puts an uncut diamond about the size of your fist on the bench and says, "Will that count?"
Whoa. How do you split that?
We'll just take some of the silver that's already in the pot and just kind of split them off.
We need to get it appraised during the week.
I would say so, but we'd need to get it appraised for its true monetary value, unless you.
Can Parry appraise it?
Yeah, I call you over because.
Way. What do I need?
I'm gonna guess it's.
Do you have a skill?
Crafting, maybe?
It'll probably be under. It would be under crafting at this stage.
Under crafting?
Because most things get rolled into perception otherwise.
Yep.
18.
Looking at it, it's probably worth between 1 to 5,000 gold.
This buys you like a lot more entries than what people you've brought here so far, unless you have more of the clans coming.
Did you bring an army?
Don't say that.
Did the tribes band together to come to an arm wrestling competition?
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, but they heard that the pot was 1/10 of what they put in.
So they're going to chip a tenth of this diamond off.
That's not what we
No.
said.
What we said is...
This is what he's saying to Doozer, so unless you're coming over to speak Orcish with Doozer.
I mean, I can... Listening in. Wincing.
Yeah, same here.
From Deuce's understanding, it's 10% of the entire pot. So we
Then he says you better make sure it's big then, and then he walks off. leaving it on the
I mean,
Throw it at him.
So you got to realize that we've got a vault,
Yeah,
and we can still pay 10% of what this diamond's worth.
I would hope we could.
They're still going to come out poorer though, by about 4,000 gold.
They will, yes. Not us. We're still making a profit here. We're still into monetary value. So if we say we got properly appraised, okay, parry. That was only 1 gold. We just put a silver in
Yeah,
those.
but there's two difficulties here. One is getting it professionally appraised, and 2 is actually selling. And 3 is getting it back.
It's a diamond.
And 4
Yeah, but
is
you know what city we're in?
4 is convincing.
If someone gets
the
killed
orcs
walking around with 500
what they've
gold,
got out of it.
if you're walking back
Well,
with 5,000
no, what they're getting out of it
gold,
is the sport of it.
we won't get out of the
No.
shop alive.
No.
It'll be the shopkeeper who
Because
gets
they've
at his
clearly
crossbow
heard
and turn around and goes,
her
I'm always
reputation.
like a do a magic trick. Watch the diamond
If they've
disappear.
come from the clans to come here and be a part of this competition, they clearly know what they're getting themselves into.
And as they're
Or
walking
we can
away,
just
you
get
see
the
behind
praise
them
of
coming
choosing.
10 show anti. First time you've ever seen one of each clan standing together.
What? I greet them in
They all looking at each other suspiciously and look as if they'd like to, go into a war
Do they
against
all
each
give
other
us
at
a
any
diamond,
point.
or is it just 1 diamond for everyone?
And they come up to you specifically.
I greet them in
Uh-oh.
Shoanti. Because I speak both.
We're here for the battle.
Wow. That's escalated quickly. It's a battle now.
yeah, I know, right?
Okay. I explain, or at least try to explain, it's not so much a battle, but it's arm wrestling with a,
Battle, he says.
okay, it is a battle with a,
He drops a big pile of coins on the thing and walks off.
Oh. Well, at least it's coins. At least
this
it's
is coins, yes, I count
Hang
out,
on. Before he walks off, check what type of coins.
yeah, I was about to say I'm about to count coins.
Oh,
You
sorry.
pull out the coins you've never seen their like before.
I don't even recognize them.
They have Thassilonian symbols on them.
Harry!
Yep, what's up?
I need you to praise something else. And
Sure.
show them the coins.
It's a pouch of 10 coins.
Patch of 10 coins.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the Thassilonian?
Well, give me a knowledge roll, knowledge history.
I got a Thassilonian law.
The Thassilonian law will do.
That's helpful.
That's helpful. 22.
22. It is coins from 10,000 years ago.
Oh! Worth how much now?
Well, each would be worth at least 100 gold on their own.
Oh, God. There's 10 of them, so we've got about 1,000 gold worth of coins here. At least we can just put 1 in.
I think we probably just made bank. We probably just bought soul out of all this debt.
Oh, we still have.
We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
The question is
And
how we can get that
You
down.
and you do recognize that each of them is the clan champion.
Oh.
These guys don't know how to say quit.
So it's a bit common.
I'm gonna have to be translative.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah, you know Shuanti?
I know Shoanti.
So at the moment, between these 2 items that we've got, the pot is at least, I'd say, more than 15 gold.
Oh, you know this one.
Just with the diamond and the coins alone.
Yeah, we still have to get the diamonds.
No, sorry, incorrect. It's 120 gold. Because each coin is worth 100, there's 10 coins.
Oh, alright. Yeah. Well,
The pot that we have to, the kitty, that we have to provide, is now over 120 gold. Which is 2 items.
And that's not counting
Everyone
Yeah.
else's donations.
everyone else's donations so far. How many people have we got so far?
They pay on the day.
Oh, they're not
Yeah.
counting the day.
Not paying the day. So these are down payments, so they've already bought their tickets.
They've already bought their tickets.
Um,
They'll be first in line.
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to play mediator, aren't I?
We're gonna need 2 lines, one that's already paid and one that's needs to pay.
What was that?
Is Soul in?
Yeah, he's in.
So Quest goes and explains what's happened and says, we've got there's orcs from around the place, we've got 10 Shoanti champions, we've also entered, currently the pot's sitting at this,
So should I be, selling up and moving on? Is that what you're trying to tell me? He says.
No. So we're making
But
a
you
lot
say
more
this
money.
the quest who's gone into.
Sorry.
I'm just advising you on the current situation.
Do you believe you have hired adequate security?
Ooh, get up that.
The reason I'm asking you is, do I have permission to go start spending some of this money for adequate security for the rest of it? And B, do you want to stick what's left over in your safe?
Sure.
It's not going in our pockets so we got murdered in the streets.
No, but yeah, never mind.
And then shall I go start updating the posters to say what the pot's currently sitting at?
Oh god.
Earnings of over.
Please don't.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck quest.
The more the merrier.
Fuck.
And he had to go piece to your weekly wages to make up for it.
Nice.
Just to his?
Yeah. Well, he's the one who came to him. And he
Opening the door, and I'm getting all my clans people coming in. Teresa's just kind of standing at the door with like jaws kind of dropping further to the floor. Like, how many more awesome people am I going to see today?
Can't wait for all the buff women to arrive. Yeah. Is that men?
Kroll, we should go hire extra security. We're gonna need
Okay, later that day,
Oh, yeah,
there
the
is
goblins that
a
ran by.
tall elf just wanders up to the door and knocks lightly.
Tall elf.
Yep, long blonde hair, bow over her shoulder.
Is this the one we met previously?
Yeah, I'm going to say, is that,
Is this the one that tried to shoot Margot and...
Not that one.
Okay.
So it looks similar.
Bard, or is this the hunter that was also in Sandpoint?
The hunter that we're talking about, but it's not
The
it's not
one they're
same
talking about is a hunter, but it's not that one. This one seems to actually be wearing armor instead of just
Whoa.
hunting guard. The weapon there on their hip looks like it's probably worth more than half the town.
Oh!
Shaylu, that's who it was. Shaylu is the
Yes.
hunter that
Yeah.
is going
What?
after her friend.
And basically, it looks like not even a hair out of place whatsoever, and they've basically walked through a lot of narrow alleyways to get here.
Well, who can speak Elven?
I certainly can't. So Juice probably for like the 5th millionth time today calls Parry.
God!
you just like.
You do know that he's half elf.
Yeah. We're both half elves.
Yeah, but
He's just smaller.
Cole wasn't like Juicer.
I technically have nothing
Crawl
against
has
I
nothing
have
against
things
you.
against
The
Juicer
puppy.
and
Yeah,
Juicer.
yeah, the puppy.
And
your
Parry
arm.
for like the 5th millionth time today.
Okay.
It just seems appropriate.
What's up?
And Juice is getting a slight amount of enjoyment of pulling Parry away from whatever he's doing.
At the moment, it's counting money.
Small amount of joy.
I am the accountant right now, trying to figure out
So,
what.
so you're
what's gonna
looking
be
at
like.
this Thassilonian coin that no one's seen in so long,
Yes.
and they are mint. This sort of thing, you could pretty much put a bidding war out at universities. And probably even set yourself up for a decent place
We might
in
actually be able to get 10 for from the Wizards Guild for this. Someone in the Wizards Guild will be drooling over this stuff.
And then you drag over to the doorway. You see these elf that's sort of like lit from below.
Who's
What's
watching
up,
the money?
Dizza? How's it going? What do you want now?
Who's watching the money?
I think you're in the back with me, or someone's in the back with me.
I was in the
Puppy's
kitchen.
staring at the money,
Huh?
Okay.
Puppy.
Puppy can go.
licking his lips and staring at the money.
Wouldn't the guards of the safe
Okay.
guard
You
actually guard
need to walk over to me. You need to guard the money and I'll go like this.
I'm happy to watch the money, but
Don't call me from the door. Walk over to me. Yeah.
Watching and guarding the money are two different things.
yes.
I'll first greet this elf and just be like,
She probably speaks
she
common.
probably speaks common. Yeah, I'll greet her first before I call Harry.
Common
We
money.
are open.
She
Yeah.
speaks in quite a musical language that makes your eyes just start to cry.
Like in common or just?
You understand not a single word of it.
No comment there.
Jesus says, just a minute, and then I
Mhm.
go for Harry. There's a music person at the door, and I can't Words.
You can't
It's
words,
another bond
okay.
again. Get rid of them.
I'll guard your little stash.
Thank you. Perry goes, walks over to the door.
Mhm.
Opens
Start
the door.
changing the piles.
Hi, welcome to the Golden Inn.
Give me a law check.
Oh,
No, society check.
society check.
Yeah.
Oh.
The elf says.
Yeah, the elf says, how society are you? Ooh, might take a reroll on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
You do have some rerolls because you all arrived nicely.
That's better. 23.
23. Looking at her, you recognize she is one of the elven princesses of the realm.
Okay.
And when she speaks, it makes it sound as if your words make you feel like you're dumb because you can't get
That's
the words
fine.
to sound that. And she's
Not
just sort
worried
of.
about my stupidity. I'm worried about something else.
Oh, she's one of those elves, yeah. My
So
mother told me
I-
about those.
And she basically has that, you know.
Elves, your mother told us.
The funny thing is, that's me. I am a dwarf and a elf.
And she basically has this inner radiance, and the voice just makes you want to cry. She says
Happy tear rolls down
she's
my
here
eye.
for the competition.
Yes. So, it's been pushed back to Friday. I'm guessing you're here for a down payment on your ticket.
For the competition, she says, yes.
Yes.
She says, well, this do. And she puts a ruby in your hand.
Oh!
Just say yes.
So it's about, you know, yay big, ruby. Flawlessly cut.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Yes, that'll suffice.
You're gonna get cooked alive.
I think I'm gonna put a signal up and see if these goblins can guard this.
Oh, no, hang on. Let's talk first.
Let's go first. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I want plans before we just start hiring random people.
Yes, we hire you to protect this, we hire you to protect that. And they go, charge!
Again, craft roll on the ruby appraising. 21.
Okay, it's not actually a ruby, it's a rare elven bloodstone.
Oh.
Probably worth maybe about 10,000.
Oh! Hey, Quest, you need to update your posters. Prize kitty's at least 1,000 gold.
So you guys have been asking these guys why they're paying so much? You guys have been telling them that they're not going to get the money out they're putting in, right?
Doozer explained that to the clans people, and they didn't seem to care.
Did you
He
explain
has-
strongly enough?
Parry just drooled over the gem that was placed in his hand.
You drool over everything though.
Did
I was drooling over her too.
I
Hopefully she
tried
didn't
to
realise that.
explain in like that
She probably read your mind.
you're not getting what you put in. It's only like a part of what you put in that you will get back.
She sort of looks at you and says, well, that better not be the case, and then she walks away.
No, not her. It's the clans people. I'm nowhere near this.
Oh, the
like,
clans people?
Yeah.
The clans people sort of look at you for the, but that's not what we heard.
Oh fuck.
He pulls out a scroll. It's written in Gnomish.
I don't know.
He shows it to you.
No, not me. Ones you can't call me over.
Can I keep that?
No, that's my entry.
Sure.
That's my invite.
What?
My personal invite.
What?
Oh no! Oh no!
What have you done?
What have I done?
Yeah.
He started this. That's from Armbreaker.
Oh fuck.
Oh no!
Bro!
Yep. I'm coming out of the kitchen, wearing an apron.
What does that? I say
I'll give it a look over.
Okay, it names the person and says you'll be invited for a personal bout. with and
Oh,
it's
she's
got
taking everything as a challenge.
her name, and basically
Oh shit.
you must put up something you value, and the winner takes all.
Signed by who?
By your friendly gnome.
Which is?
Armbreaker.
Armbreaker.
The one that broke Deuce's arm.
She signed it Armbreaker.
Well, basically, it is in a scroll that you can't understand. Because it's not. It's actually a signature.
Damn it! I want to know her name.
But the seal of it does have the rule port bridge over the top.
Oh no.
And behind it, it has a flower.
Fuck. There's only one person who usually has that seal.
So winner take all, and
Yep. This just got this got worse.
Chris goes back to Saul and says,
Why
"We're
did you
fucked.
organise
You
this
should
with
move
a
out."
third party?
I'll basically
Because she's worked with Saul before. She's not done this.
explain to the others what this says.
And so
It's
when you guys,
fucking Runelords, they're gonna
you
take
arranged what
everything.
with what? He didn't really realize the whole.
I didn't arrange shit.
Blame dues up.
This isn't what we agreed upon either.
Technically, it was.
Basically, you didn't agree on anything with Armbreaker. You just said, "How about this idea?"
No. Here's the thing. As we were walking off, Armbreaker said, "Can I invite friends?" And we said yes.
Yeah, no. So yeah, we said that.
That's
But again,
No,
this,
so
we
Chris turned this-
we have only come up with the 10% of our buy-in will be the kitty.
Okay. So what we do? This is easy. We have the main tournament on Friday, right?
Yeah.
This is the open. It allows people to come in and win an invite to the invitation. Whoever wins the open gets 10% of what the pot was, and then must come up with something.
So like top 10 move on to the.
No, one, but we can put it in whatever, like round robin, Swiss Open, whatever you want to do. But the one person to come out on top of the open gets an invite into the main event, which is the invitational,
Oh god. Okay.
and the one person to win that gets to take home
Wins this whole.
the rest of it minus our cut, which can be 10% of the invitational entry.
Yes.
Okay. So we can salvage it, but
I'm gonna roll law. Yeah, that makes sense.
sorry. How much is that?
Chris goes and writes up the actual entry.
So
Off you go, righty boy.
We-
How
we-
many?
we
roles do
salvage
have?
the situation. So basically,
You have another 9.
Another one. I'd like to use one and try and get a slightly better result.
So yes. So while you're having that conversation with the elf and she's headed off.
So basically, we need to keep 2 separate pots for the moment. So don't update those sides. Just keep it at like.
He's updated about 4 or 5 by this stage.
Yep.
To say what?
The plot increased. Don't do that. We'll get goblins here in a minute.
Just rip them down.
No evidence.
Deuce is so not quietly swearing in orchestra, aren't we?
I understand you. Yeah.
Kiss your mother with that mouth.
No.
I've never heard such spell like my ears. My
You
ears.
probably
There's
have.
a Law 25 contract up for it all, so I'm not sure we don't get
probably
eaten
have.
alive.
Oh, you think there's going to be some, angry words said, but that's probably going
Plenty
to
of
be.
angry words said, but hopefully they'll be with broken arms too.
Mhm. Well, considering you're going to have a whole bunch of really strong, beefy people around you.
I hope so. I'm going to go hire them.
It's certainly being made a bigger spectacle than we anticipated. I didn't expect her to be calling on clans people, that's for sure.
She wanted a challenge.
This is just kind of like, do you realize who the clans people were that came this afternoon?
She wanted a challenge. You gave her a challenge.
She wanted a spectacle.
Okay, so then there's a knock at the door again. You're still on the door duty.
Yes, I know.
Can
I'm gonna
Don't come get
regret-
Parry. Do
I'm-
not come and get Parry now.
I'm
No.
regretting taking board duty today.
Yeah, don't
What day
come.
is it? Is it Wednesday? How many more days is it?
It's the Tuesday because it was
Oh.
the day everyone was supposed to show up and
Yeah.
fight.
Oh,
Yeah, we had the Monday, the first day, people showed up and asked us what was happening. Tuesday, it got postponed.
Jesus.
Looks like a teenagey sort of girl, long blonde hair, very young.
Parry's in.
No armor whatsoever.
Yeah, Parry can sniff a cute girl like
Give me,
that.
give me a perception roll.
Deception.
It's a dragon.
Oh!
Take it.
Take it. Take it.
It was a natural 1.
Oh no, oh that's a 7. I thought it was actually a 1.
No, it's a 7 plus 7, so 14.
So yeah, she does have unsettling eyes, completely blue.
Completely blue.
Yeah.
Does that ring any bells?
No, not at all.
Okay.
That's why it's very unsettling. It has
No recollection.
no,
Okay.
and no base in any race, sub-race, anything you've ever seen.
Jesus is high in, I guess, common.
Okay, she says hi in a high-pitched thing and says she's here to fight.
I explained that it's been postponed. I also, has she received a written invitation or
Yeah, I
is,
have.
Nah, here we go.
is it in the same?
But she pulls out her one. It's
Yep.
in Draconic all the way,
Yep.
and you can see the same seal at the bottom.
Do I recognize it? I don't know Draconic, but do I recognize?
You've seen enough Draconic in the lodges to know Draconic by sight.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
I need you to draw that seal for me.
Me or the little guy?
Okay, I explain.
Does my godmother
You
put
can
out the
draw it,
flight? So I'm more than happy to give it a
Quest.
go if she says.
Okay.
Oh,
Have you
right.
finished writing up that thing?
I don't know, will I have time? Had time?
You could have, or you could part way through it.
Yeah, I'm partway through it.
Are you nearby?
I am sitting on a table.
I beckon you over so you can explain your legalese for what's going to happen now.
So I look at this person.
Yep.
Do I need to roll perception?
Yep. Natural one.
No,
Nice.
same roll.
So 15.
You also notice the unnatural eyes.
Can I roll a bardic lore to know what that means?
Sure.
Hey, you have a deception of 8?
Got a perception of 6.
Then
14, 13.
13.
yeah, I was about to say, how did you get?
God's sake.
Math badly. That's how he gets it.
Yeah.
17 on lore.
17 on law. Shape changes can always have things out of place.
Ooh.
Right. So what's the problem?
I am not entirely on top of the round robin.
Is this for the invitation?
Yes.
Right. Have we set a time for the actual invitational itself? Is it going to be on the same night, or can we put that on the day after?
I think it has to be the same night because we're telling
Yeah.
them on Friday. So
Well, you could easily get away with having it over 2 nights.
okay.
And the other people get to have a day of watching people beat each other up badly.
Essentially, it starts on Friday now.
Just in common?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
It's amazing you speak it better than most of your kind.
I speak most things better than most of my kind.
Because
Including
I was talking for common. So.
Does that mean you wash regularly?
No, there's answers for it.
Good joke.
Probably tastes the same then.
I don't know. I don't want to know. Puppy might.
Alright, so we're going to have... Goes through and explains it's going to be the open during the day. The winner of the open gets to come and join the invitational. So everyone gets to watch for the day, make their gambles, whatever. During the open... for the invitational, all the money goes in. Whoever wins the open will do it in Swiss rounds or whatever it is in Varisia. The standard tournament format is.
So,
Probably brackets actually.
so you're trying to explain to me the one that I'm watching or the one I'm participating
The
in?
one you're participating in. So there'll be bracketed rounds. You'll get paired up with an opponent randomly. The person
So what's the problem with killing them? She just smiles and you see she's got pointed teeth.
I mean, you
Well,
could
it's
kill.
an
wasn't
You
gonna
could,
come
arm-
about.
it's
well,
an
I mean,
arm
people
wrestling
could kill with
contest.
blunt.
So if I
arms in the
disarm them?
arm.
So you can
I can't stop you disarming them as long as you're following the rules as set out in a standard arm wrestling competition.
Juicer says you can break arms
Oh god.
No, like,
if that's what happens. But
She's gonna rip an arm
no,
off.
like it's an arm wrestling competition. There is like a set of rules for a standard arm wrestling competition.
But
Are you
hey,
sure about that, dudes? It has.
yeah, but so Juicer says I got my arm broken in the last one.
Okay.
So that is expected, but not anything, I guess, more than that.
So yeah, I guess if you rip someone's arm off
That's
while
enough.
following the rules
There's
as
some,
set out in the
milestones,
standard arm wrestling
2
competition
cats.
code.
Some dairy milk.
Well, so I get 2 battles then.
Some Milky Ways.
You'll get more than 2 battles.
You've got 2 arms.
Oh no, she got the scroll, which gives her entry into another one.
What?
Is this in Draconic again?
That's the one that was in Draconic, yes.
But she's got 2 of them.
No, she got that. That's the
No,
invite.
she wants to play the open as
You
well.
want to play the open as well.
That's what I'm here for.
Yes, you can pay the open. The open's 1 gold. You get 10% of the pot if you win.
Isn't that what you were just explaining to me?
No, that's the invitation.
Oh god.
Gee,
There's two separate events. You're part of a special event.
okay, here's my entry fee, she says.
What did she just give us?
Handed you a platinum crown. I get the last user.
No.
How old was it?
Looks like it's about maybe 2,000-3,000 years old.
No.
And then she walks off.
Um, Cole chimed in with
What's being put in front of me?
Oh,
This.
didn't you go back to the kitchen?
No, this was too interesting.
Oh,
Go
okay.
back, go back and make us more sandwiches.
Grow watches.
Crawl
What-
watches Juicer just get more and more pale.
Crawl likes
You've never
watching.
seen him so light green, almost looks human colored.
So what is the accountant being given this time?
I don't know. Quest could go and explain it because Juicer's about to
I'm
cry.
gonna try and recognise the crown.
Kroll basically asks that from whatever the amount you get today, he would like to take some, use a small amount of that funding to buy a large stock of mana potions, because the amount of arms that's going to be broken during this event, I'm going to need it.
You're not gonna be
We've got enough
problematic.
money for that.
Listen, whatever happens on the floor, they can deal with them themselves.
26 to recognise.
Unless
the
they
crowns.
say,
It
because it's
is
in-house, we have to deal with it.
old enough that
We're going
records
to sign the
don't
petition on the way in.
record who it belonged to.
Yeah, I guess.
We're not responsible
Either
for
that
any
or
broken
the
arms.
If
whatever
it's
kingdom it belonged to
yeah.
got destroyed.
Alright. Old crown, but I don't know, looks
Okay.
heavy.
It shimmers in your hand.
Beautiful. I don't think I'll be able to move it. I've got a strength of 0. I mean, I've got average strength, and an average strength person.
Give me a
is
craft
this.
roll.
Craft roll? Okay. 23.
23. Looking at it, it is basically made with mostly platinum, but with some metals you can't recognize. And it has some sort of enchantment on it. So much so that you can feel it pulsing through the ground.
And of course, it reacts to the magic of the party.
You put it on?
Nope. Definitely not.
Well, she did say she killed the last person who wore it.
I don't want to know what this is. I don't.
Yeah, that message didn't get passed on.
That's immediately going in the safe, okay. That's just not to be touched. Worth value wise?
Depending on the enchantment, it could be worth more than the entire lot you've seen so far.
That's not a surprise.
Could even be worth more than the amount of money Riddleport has.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, Riddleport's gonna get burnt to the ground.
In fact, it's probably an ancient city that is. They're probably going to be trying to find this thing.
Either that or it's gonna be real interesting night.
Oh yeah.
You.
And at nightfall, there as you're opening up for the night, there's a. Did you tag in for someone else to be on guard duty at that stage? At door duty?
Are you doing full day door duty?
Well, I've been on since morning, so
Yeah.
probably not.
So
Who's been lazy all day? Probably Crawl.
Okay, Crow.
Kroll's been making sandwiches all day.
I was helping the chef out.
It doesn't matter. That's cushy compared to what I've been through today.
Just like to point out, we need to keep the invitation a bit quiet
A bit late for that.
because so far, unless everyone else has gone off and talked in the city about what's going on,
Yeah, probably.
By the way,
we
this
don't
stuff
need to advertise it.
is not in the books for this casino. Because if it is, and someone finds the books, this place is screwed. It's not in the books.
So as soon as you get subbed onto the door,
Yep.
there is a heavy breather at the door.
Do you need a lozenge?
Looking at him, he looks like he's wearing a big furry coat. Give me a perception roll.
Juicer goes and has a drink at the bar. He needs it.
Stop slacking off.
Oh, I'm off duty now.
Natural one.
Yeah.
It looks like this big furry coat.
Can I re-roll?
You could. Do you really want to?
It's a big furry coat. Why would you want to re-roll that? It's a perfect description.
Fine.
It's a big furry coat.
And a gravelly voice says, "I'm here to fight."
It's a big furry coat hiding 20 goblins underneath
Get an
it.
invitation?
He drops something bloody at your feet. It's a scroll.
Oh
Why is
no!
it bloody?
I'm gonna grab a rag. Pick it up.
It is written in Gnomish, and it's got the same seal at the bottom. And it's basically inviting the Lord of the Werewolves.
Okay, yep.
Oh, everyone's here.
Alright, I'll kind of,
They did the mash. They did the monster
I'll
mash.
call for
They did
Quest
the
and
mash.
just confirm that
Oh,
everything's good so far.
It's the first copy of the rules. Make sure you understand them.
Yep.
And then he hands you something else that's still wet and slimy as his entry fee.
Alright, well, I'll trade him back his bloody scroll.
Yep.
And find another rag and...
It's sort of still beating.
Wait, what?
It says still beating hard.
He gave me a still beating heart.
Yep. For a
Hey,
large
that's
size
priceless
creature.
for the person who's actually missing that.
How is this worth anything?
He looks at you.
I wouldn't be
You're a
saying
little-
no to him.
I believe you're a little green, he says.
Well, I don't know if that's what you mean by little.
Ask your gnomish friend, I'm sure she'll tell you all about it.
Considering she invited you.
She did.
I thought so.
I wouldn't be saying no to a still beating heart
Alright,
in your
well,
hand.
thank you. I'll take it this is your entry
Yes.
fee thing. Yep, cool. Excellent. I'll wrap it up, hand it to Quest.
So that the heart is sort of like this size sort of thing to you.
Yeah.
So for a large
I
creature.
know, yeah, so,
Take it to Barry. I have no idea what the hell to do with that.
Straight to the pool room. Look, I don't know what it is. Good luck.
You hear
medicine
call
roll.
You hear a call from the doorway.
Yeah, pop pop. Pop pop.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a doctor, not a mortician.
I wish you put it in a jar and had dirt. Like this, I would raise it above my head going, I've got a jar of dirt. Not in a sack.
A still beating and bloody sack. How is it still beating anyway? That's
Medicine
kind
roll.
of creepy.
Magic.
What kind of heart is it?
Is it
It's
his
a big
heart?
one.
No. Is it his heart?
No, it's not. 19.
19. From the design of it, it does remind you of one of the giant's hearts.
Of obviously, because we're doing this for a kitty, monetary value of a giant heart.
Still beating Giant's heart, which means the person's not dead.
Hang on. Still beating Giant's heart, less giant.
Yeah.
Sans giant.
There are many magical rituals that you can rip someone's heart out and they can live
Yes,
without it.
I'm pretty sure this
Which
is
is
going to end up
terrifying
being a
because
giant
there's probably going to be a giant heading this way.
Very possibly.
Oh yeah. Woohoo!
Subservient to whoever has his heart.
We need to go find the knife.
Going back into the safe again.
Colleague dudes are in the middle of a drink.
How much
and you're
was
just
it
like,
worth again? Still beating?
Yeah, right. And still.
For a magical item, it's worth a crap load.
Tomorrow. I'm going to got you.
That's where someone might have pointed out to
Why
you the
did
gnome
you
had asked them
organise-
to use their most valued item as.
I walk up to Doozer, who's happily having a drink, and slap Doozer.
Does Zuza feel it?
Please roll for that. Please.
Sure,
I
okay.
dare you.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
ow!
And Zuza goes, maybe later.
Maybe later.
You need to speak dirty to me in Orcish first.
I probably could.
Not as dirty as Jews could, but that's fine.
Yeah, I learned this Orcish during my escapades. Says Orcish. You lick my dishes?
I'll
Yes.
caress you most finally.
Actually, no, not even. Either way, even open-handed or using my stuff just to bonk you on the head.
How did you go?
It is a 20, not natural. I think I still keep it.
Yeah, beat this against my AC, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it hits just.
There's a resounding smack.
It's only by 2. It's not that
I didn't say he did
resounding.
any damage.
I never
Oh,
said
but
any
he-
damage.
He
I
did
still
it for
give you-
sound.
I still give you a mark.
I'm just imagining this slap, but he doesn't have the strength to keep it going. It's just like,
So he's like, it's just a smack, and his head just stops there.
Slap. Why did you organize this with a third party and then I swear at you in Orcish?
Jesus swears even more eloquently in
But he's
Orcish.
giving you pickup lines.
You
Jesus
you
swears
handsome, majestic, green bastard! Come to my room with me! That'll be enough to scar you.
Jesus replies.
We have no idea what Dooza said, but it sounded like yes.
Try and hoist you up. Let's go!
Yeah, Jesus does that. And Jesus is like, alright.
Very full too. Ow.
That's not a surprise.
So yes, you do enjoy having your insult off. Apparently, you were outdone by the orc who actually understood Orcish.
Oh, that's fine. That's completely fine. What's your intelligence, by the way?
Not entirely
Oh,
though.
not entirely done.
12.
Plus one.
She's above average. Well, he's above average.
Still not very wise in organising this with a third party who would also send that in.
Hey, you guys were all there. You could have stopped me.
Yeah. This sounds like a me idea.
You were all there. You could have stopped Zuza somehow. I don't know, but
Okay.
you all collectively
and,
agreed to this idea. It's all your fault.
While you're hearing all this commotion, a dwarf taps you on the shoulder. You can see him coming.
Whoa!
Guess I'll try not to jump.
Sure.
So will jump.
Yep.
Save?
We'll save?
Real safe then.
Will savey.
Yeah, we'll save. Or replay.
Maybe we'll save. Furious
Let's
will save.
say
14.
14.
You startle but don't jump.
Okay, I'm stuck.
Bah!
Listen. You're on the door, kitty.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm here for the fight.
Do you have the invitation?
I do.
Can I see the invitation?
I'm going to look for you all in
No.
fine dwarvish.
I don't think
But it's got the same symbol at the bottom.
Who is Dwarvish again?
Here comes Perry once again. Hooray.
Yep. Oh, cool, Perry.
I read the scroll out.
Yep, it's basically an invite for the head fighter
At
of
this stage,
Jane
anyone with a scroll that has different languages,
So,
it may as well
one-
be an invitation.
one of the sky citadels of the dwarves, the closest one.
Pretty much all we need to do is look for the seal and know that it's basically a woman.
Well, should have been writing down who's giving what in, and then check with the gnome on the day to make sure she actually sent the invitation to each person.
I'm sure she did.
We can do that.
I'm
We
sure
can
you
still
can
remember
write
everything
it
that has
down.
been given to us. The coins were the orcs. The
No, the coins were the show ante.
so the coins were the shoanti.
The
The
diamond
orcs
was
were the
the-
diamonds.
Yep.
We all have to work with it.
Elf had the bloodstone, the ruby.
And-
the,
Gem.
And
the,
so
the
he-
creepy werewolf had the Stubing heart,
And
and
the
the
creepy
shape.
blue eyes.
No, the shapeshifter had the crown.
And he hands you an egg.
Egg.
Yep, egg about yay big.
Okay, what kind of egg is this?
I'm at least going to call for Quest to ensure we have our legalese expert present for the whole shebang.
There's
Lawyer.
copy of the contract.
Lawyer.
Do you have copies of these now?
I'm writing out copies.
As he's rewriting as he goes.
Yeah.
His version 1, his version 1.2.
No, I've got like the version, and I'm just copying it down. No, you gotta wait 10 minutes.
Why did you come in for a drink, by the
So
way?
what'd
for
you
the
get on
legalese
your nature roll?
Nature roll.
Actually,
Yeah.
if you put
Yeah,
in
natural.
extra money into the place,
That makes sense
it's
for him
free.
for free.
team? Yeah.
I probably don't know this one. It's an 8.
No idea. But it is warm.
What is it? What's this?
Warm.
I handed.
Yeah,
I handed.
the dwarf hands in an egg.
Surprisingly
the
enough,
egg.
I'm going to hand it to Dooza for this one. Warm egg. Figure out what it is.
Don't eat it.
Don't don't let Poppy
Oh,
eat
hang
it.
on.
Nope.
She did better than me.
No
I'll try and
idea.
roll for lower.
What is it? Crafting?
No,
Nature.
Nature.
Oh, nature. Oh, I'm alright at that. 10?
Nope.
No.
It's an egg.
We're stumped on this one, really?
Do you want me to give it a look?
Well, you were there at the door when it was handed through.
Can I elect to take in that one?
You can.
I am
Okay,
trained-
it's the egg at the Sandpoint Devil.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm pretty sure Juicer can
What is
call
with the
bullshit.
rules today?
Can,
Would you like to use one of the rerolls?
can
Sure.
Juicer call bullshit on his claim?
You can if you wish, but it's hard to prove.
It'd be
Either way.
Can I insight? Is
Yep.
it insight?
Would you get a 2?
It'd be inside.
So originally I got
It's
a 2.
inside
The next
perception,
one
there is
was
no
a 3.
Perception.
So now I've got,
A strange and unusual egg.
well, that's what? 11.
Yeah, because it would
It'd
be
be a
it
perception.
would be deception against my perception. So
I'm not lying. I think I've elected.
Yes, it's
You
the egg of the
believe it?
Sandpoint Devil.
Yeah, there you go.
9. Yeah, 9.
And no one can disprove it.
Monetary value of egg of Sandpoint Devil.
Just
Does anyone know? Probably
Oh,
not.
priceless.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's a unique item.
Sandpoint Devil doesn't exist.
But that
You're
means
an
we can give
asshole.
them 10% of a non-existent pot.
Oh yeah, no, we're
is
fucked.
it small egg or
Oh,
just a
I've known that.
The
since
egg
the
itself
second
is the size of a small creature.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Oh,
it's the size of a small.
large egg. Right, okay.
It's the size of a small creature, so yes. a very
Um,
large egg.
Quest.
I'm probably terrified this is actually
If you
probably
have a
a
moment,
dragon
I need
egg.
Draw that
Well,
seal.
hey, it's a dwarf's most prized
and show it to
possession.
the boss
Okay, so sorry.
and ask him
Uh,
who's the person who is.
Everything here that they've handed in is the most prized possession of the person who's entered the competition.
Oh.
Okay, so sorry, let me just make sure I've got everyone. So the
Because
orc
if it
had
is
the
who I think
diamond,
it is,
Yep.
we are
the
officially.
Shoanti had the 10 Thassilonian coins,
Yep.
the elf had the bloodstone,
Yep.
the werewolf had the Jolton beating card,
Yep.
the dwarf had the egg. Am I missing anyone?
You're missing the shapeshifter.
Oh,
With the
shapeshift.
crown.
Shapeshift was the crown, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, the blue-eyed, mysterious person with a crown.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a shapeshifter. Just like I'm sure that's.
I
the
should have
egg
thrown a
of the Sandpoint Devil.
Pokeball at it. It was a Ditto. Damn it.
So yes, Quest is going to try and copy the symbol thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll for that one?
Yep, shapeshifter with each check.
With practice, you can copy the symbol. It's basically equivalent forgery, so it's just a craft roll. Natural 1.
Yep.
No, you don't think this is.
What is that?
Apparently, it looks more like Kroll's signature, and seal.
Oh, no.
You asked me to draw your seal, right?
Yeah, not my signature. The seal we've been seeing.
Because got his actual signature with a seal of his family,
How do you know that anyway?
and you've never seen it before.
I'm really gifted. I'm just gonna hold on to that.
Yeah, because he's all but confirmed it now. Because he's just gone, where did you get that from? Oh, sweet.
Right, let's try this again, which doesn't involve my family.
Family, you say? That's slightly better. 4 and 7.
21.
21?
4 and 17 or 4 and 7?
That's 14 and 7.
Okay. 14 and 7. I thought I heard 4 and 7. That's what I was comparing.
I can hold that 10 off to the side.
Sorry, if yeah.
So it was a quiet one. This was
It was a silent one, huh?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes. Go to the boss, show him that, ask him who's allowed to use that seal.
Which boss?
Our boss, Saul. Hey, boss.
And there's a knock, tap on your shoulder while you're doing that.
Hello.
There's a gnome behind you.
Oh,
The gnome?
what's up?
The gnome.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. Have my friends dropped by yet?
Slightly.
Which ones? How many have you got coming?
How many did you invite?
Well, I sent out about probably about 25 invites.
Oh, we've had 5?
Well, there was a group of
no.
10. There was a group of,
Yeah, so there was the orc leader,
There was 3 in the
the
orcs.
orc huntmaster, and
2 others.
2 others.
Yeah.
So that was 3.
That's 3.
There's the 10 Shoanti.
There was a 10 Shoanti,
The
and then
orcs
the
and
elf,
sheep.
the werewolf, the dwarf, and the shapeshifter.
So we're missing half of them.
So 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 so far out of 20, whatever.
That's okay. I'm sure they'll show up.
Yes. So what's your entry?
My entry.
Did you have an invitation?
I know I'm the one hosting.
I suppose it's fair.
So because I'm the one that they all want to challenge.
Alright. Here's a copy of the rules.
Really just me.
Oof. Oh.
Yeah, we're trying not to burn the goblin down. Thanks.
Yeah, you wanted the city to stand, yes?
It's been rebuilt many times.
Oh.
Are you planning on living?
She
Didn't
is.
kill me last time.
Yeah, I was about to say she's done this before.
I also like. Has she done this here before?
No, not that I can remember.
When was the last time you did it?
Well, the last time I did it, probably about 300 years ago.
We knew, well, I knew she was at least 200.
Are there any journals of this? I want to read on this. What happened?
No, we knew from the pictures in the inn where the Hellmites are. Because I know that she's the one that's been drawing them.
She's been drawing them since the place was founded. She was here before they actually started laying stones.
And we know that's at least, what, 1,000 years?
Close to
Two
that.
hundred.
About 200 to 300.
Oh, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it was 200 or 300.
Sorry.
So, is this your seal?
Yep.
It's your personal seal?
She looks at. Except you wrote that one,
Yes, I did.
so it's not my personal seal.
Is this an accurate representation of your personal seal?
No, there's no magic.
No, it's.
Does that answer your question, Kroll?
No, I'll tell you when there's other people not present.
Keep your secrets. Fine. Fuck your secrets.
I just don't want to give it away in front of the person.
She doesn't mind.
She doesn't mind. She probably already knows anyway, because then she can read half my freaking mind.
Alright, so
How many invites did you say were sent out? Like 25?
25 invites.
She said 25.
So, are we allowed to keep a cut of these proceeds, or are you going to get mad at us if we do that?
Depends
There we go.
on how much you actually take.
I was gonna say 10%, which is, standard. But at this point, that's just gonna get us all killed anyway. Enough to buy Saul out of his debts.
If you like, I can
And a tidy profit on for us.
I can make that happen.
Sorry.
She says. But of course, if I don't like what you come up with, we can arm wrestle, or I can come up with it if you like.
I just realised that camera was like the top of Morgan's head. That was it, so I fixed it up so Stefan could
That's
actually
okay.
be in the video.
So I'm just this globe over here. This is my head here.
No. So this camera had all three of us. This camera was pointed
Wait,
at the
Morgan.
dragon over there and
Might
the
have
top of
been-
Morgan's head.
Might have been when I
right.
tripped over
Okay.
last.
Yeah, I'm just gonna interject and say,
I don't want to die.
neither do I, but I need to talk to you privately before we continue this conversation.
Would you like a drink?
Sure, let's go have a drink together. She
No.
links her arm in your arm and starts walking you towards the bar.
Yeah, I don't think you have much of a choice in that. Just saying. Duz is still at the bar, and Greeks. We still don't know her name, so I guess
She never introduces her name. That's part of her annoying aspects.
Okay.
Everyone just knows who she is.
My arm breaker. Because,
She's known as Armbreaker.
well, no, but like she has broken my arm. So my personal arm breaker,
She smiles up at you and
welcome.
gives your Poppy a pat.
So,
And I hand her a drink.
Apparently, we're all having a drink, she says. And she hands a drink over to the goblin.
Parry's still stressing his head off in the
What is
accounting
it?
room.
Well, obviously not one of your friends.
What?
I'm still out front because I can't leave.
I'm confused. Me, the player, is confused.
You've been handed a drink.
Yes. And it's not one of my friends.
No,
Do I have
it's a drink.
Okay.
It's alcohol.
It's our
How
free.
strong is it?
It's whatever we get free.
Oh, the water beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not paying for drinks.
yeah.
I don't have to.
Yeah, it's okay. So, do you normally pay for drinks here?
No.
Okay, well, given, you're making a lot of money for us tonight, I was going to give you free drinks anyway, but...
It's okay.
Bring us a bottle. So Quest will get a,
The barman brings out the gnome's personal bottle.
yeah, cool. She can have that, cool. I'll just have it the water
It looks
beer.
like older than the rest of the bottles here.
Yeah, probably looks older than the rest of us.
Probably looks older than most of Riddleport. Probably.
Yep.
So it goes, how are you going with your preparations? I see that you've got another tournament going around the same time.
we
And that you've advertised it for 1,000 coins to the winner.
Didn't
That's
say
go- that's
1,000
going around.
coins. Where is this coming from?
Apparently some people saw some writing on a sign and have been spreading it around.
Well, they're obviously lying because none of those signs exist.
But it's got everyone a buzz. 1,000 coins is something worth fighting for.
the point was that we didn't realize you were doing invitations, and that's not what we expected, and we didn't want the normal people coming in to die, basically.
Actually, no, theoretically, there is still a chance of winning more than 1,000 coins. Just to beat the open and then win the invitational.
Oh god, yeah.
So technically you're right, she says.
I'm not lying yet.
Um,
You
but
don't mind that we've given away an invitation to a chump, do you?
Always nice to break a new person.
Okay. Now, did you want this to be bracketed, or did you want to personally fight everyone who comes in?
I could, but I've done that most already.
bracketed it is something new. New blood.
Yeah. I get to watch people lose their arms this time.
Yes.
Good.
Though be careful, one of the guys has a reputation for ripping out arms.
Is that blue-eyed, really
werewolf, no.
creepy?
Oh yeah, her. Yeah, known her for
Oh, I
years.
thought it was a werewolf.
Oh, we got a dwarf gave us an egg.
Yeah,
That's the egg.
you
of the
probably want to
Sandpoint.
keep it warm.
Percy. No, not Percy.
Because if it gets cold, then bad things will happen.
What is it?
Well, it'll hatch.
Egg of the Sandpoint Devil, isn't it?
But what is it?
Well, you'll find out if it hatches. Then
So
it's
if
your
it,
problem.
if it gets cold, it hatches. If it
Yes.
stays warm, it doesn't.
Yes.
I go off and find Harry very quickly.
It's probably like really cold. It's in a vault right now.
Percy, get the fire stoked. The oven stoked. Egg for breakfast.
I presume you're still in the vault.
Doomsday comes into the vault where you're trying to arrange all these stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Juicer goes up to the eggs. It's warm.
It's starting to cool.
Juicer
You can see it sort of start to shake slightly.
Juicer takes the egg and finds the nearest fire.
But
Don't talk to me. I need to set a fire now.
clear the way.
No. You haven't seen Juicer move this fast in a while, and people are getting out of his way.
Oh, I was coming through with the full rugby tackle.
Yeah, yes, you find a nice big fireplace and put it in there. It seems to crackle away nicely in there.
Juicer then stands guard because he doesn't know what to do now.
So, given you made these invites,
Yeah.
we do have to let somebody fight you, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if we just put you at the top of the ranking,
That's fine.
okay. You're not going to be upset if you only get to break one person?
No.
Okay.
I think she would enjoy watching you say.
I know she's going to enjoy watching. Who doesn't? But you know, some people don't like only watching.
Yeah, beware the werewolf. He wants to jump in and eat the loser.
There's going to be a lot of losers.
Yes.
We need a muzzle and a leash.
That's up to you if you want to put that on there. I'm not touching that one.
Either a Juicer anymore. It's fine.
I'm falling off of you about egg.
Yeah, but I'm nowhere near the bar now. I'm at the fire and like.
I would follow the massive plow through the crowd that you did.
Yeah, because I found the nearest fire and put this little egg in there.
And
then
so,
you
Pearl,
see Juicer going like.
there's a you can hear a person strolling up towards the gate. There's a crunch with every step.
Okay.
It's basically the first time we've actually heard someone approaching the door for quite a while.
This is nice.
And sort of when you're looking at it's like every step is like a crackle of energy.
Oh.
Great.
And he's a little gnome.
Okay.
He walks up to you. He is completely white. Not one hint of color on him whatsoever, and he's covered in scars.
Oh, he's a bleach. No.
Yep.
I was about to ask, isn't that
How old is he? I
Well,
lost.
basically, as soon as you're bleached, you become ageless. You can no longer.
That's right.
You don't age any further.
Wow.
You then risk. You don't have sufficient experience.
Oh no! Once you are a bleached gnome, you cannot fade away. It's the people who become transparent and then fade away.
Oh.
so bleached is good.
Bleached
Oh,
means
no.
that he's lost his emotions.
Yeah, bleach
Yeah.
means you can't feel.
Oh.
He's a crazy
It's a
gnome.
sociopath.
Yeah.
He has no empathy.
They're like the movie and
Yeah.
Okay. I will greet him.
He greets you in rather formal Gnomish.
That's fine. I'll greet him back in rather
Says, "My daughter put an invitation out."
Oh.
Your daughter.
Yes.
And what was your daughter's name, sir?
He just looks at you. Do you know who I am?
I think you might be the father of Armstrong? Oh.
There was a very low tone from that.
No, it's not that. It's the idiot next door.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's Carl.
That's not the
Yeah.
FPV out the front.
I might be that.
It might be actually, yeah.
I mean, there I thought that was the thing going for low tone.
No, it's a very low. range.
No, it sounds like Adrian's Carl.
I think it's go. So it goes.
Is that right?
Yeah, well,
He names a kingdom you haven't heard of.
Is that an Orange Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh wow. I didn't know we had a kingdom.
You don't.
Well, Okay. Is it a discontinued kingdom?
You could say that.
Right. It sounds like there's
It's a non-practicing kingdom.
Right. There
He says that with a complete straight face.
sounds like there's a story there, sir.
Probably.
I take it you're not into sharing.
I don't even introduce myself to people, so why would I share the stories of my life?
As you wish.
Okay.
Well,
Then
you
he pulls out a bag and thumps it in your hands.
What's this, sir?
My entry fee. I'll see you tomorrow.
Open. Do you have an invitation, sir?
He looks at you and says, if you have to ask, I'll fight you first.
Oh.
Yes, anything.
Okay.
I
And he
will
walks
see
off.
you tomorrow, sir.
See you.
So did you say he was the
Friday,
father of
Friday
Armor
night,
and
Saturday,
Pretty much.
Right.
Friday night, Sunday, Tuesday.
You didn't even tell him that it was meant to be Friday.
Yeah, because he's freaking out the fact that
I'm
it's a
freaking
bleach.
out. Like,
Bleach
this
story.
is the boogeyman of gnomish kind. Like, the stuff your parents tell you stories about that will come and kill you in your sleep if you don't behave. and be a good knight.
Okay.
What did he give? What did he give?
I don't fucking know. Take it.
The bag is quite heavy.
Deck of
Good. I will
meetings.
ask someone to come to the door and take this from my hands.
I'm mostly asking so I can write it down.
That's fine, but I don't want to check inside. It's probably like 200-year-old gnomish head bullshit. Someone take it.
Harry takes it because he's doing the vault stuff. Harry's
You've
obviously.
Probably never seen Kroll this white before.
Okay, you open it and it open the bag. And it's the bag has a casket in it with what appears to be a runic seal across the front of it.
Okay.
It's very heavy.
It's just not. Don't even want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drag.
Yeah.
Not touching that shit.
So, do you normally win or does your dad normally win?
Do you even know that her dad
I
arrived?
could hear. Got ears.
Goblins have ears.
Occasionally, I win. Occasionally, he wins. Occasionally, someone else wins.
Ooh.
Occasionally, the city wins.
Not this time. The city's definitely gonna lose.
Well,
My poor town.
it's gonna be an interesting Friday and Saturday night, that's for sure.
Friday. Watch Rulebook burn to the ground.
There'll be the news on Monday. Hee, report is gone. We will rebuild.
Here the new building orders for new Riddlepod. Sorry,
Okay,
new
and
Riddlepod.
you get the smell of dead flesh as you turn back. And there's this ratted robed figure in front of you.
Did you put that one
Oh.
down?
You can see through his clothing through the back of it, through his chest.
So we're now undead.
Yeah, this will be the Draco.
And he's got glowing blue eyes.
So how
you
long
appear
was
to
Undead.
be hollow, sir. Madam. Thing.
Flesh is just passing.
Right. And does that make you
No.
May I ask what you are?
Sure, he grabs you by the front of your thing and lifts you up to his face.
Is he a lich?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Figured it out.
I don't need to
Figured
know.
it out.
I'm just being nosy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He says, let you go.
From what? Up here?
Yep.
Yeah.
She bounce.
Yeah, do you have bounce?
I do have athletics though, so.
Please fall
Um,
on your face.
Please roll one. That would be hilarious.
Roll if you want.
Rolls a 20.
Dice hate him today.
Yeah, they do. It really does.
What was it today?
It's a 2 rolls to it.
Plus 5 is 7.
Ungracefully fall.
Alright, I will stand up, brush myself off, and politely ask, do you have a invitation, sir?
Yes, he pulls out a scroll.
Does it have the
Yep.
symbol? Okay.
It's written in Gnomish.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's going to have all the... I'm assuming it has all the usual fluff. Okay. this
Look the
point.
same as the everything else? Yes.
And he hands you a ring.
Aww.
Plain gold ring.
Yeah, right. I'm grabbing a rag and I'm touching that thing with a rag.
The rag starts to smolder.
Should throw it
Oh.
on the fire and see if any writing shows up on it.
One ring, the rule.
Yeah. Then we'll get 4 halflings show up, a freaking wizard, and every,
And an evil eye. Oh wait, that's where the plots are. Got it. Hey.
Hey, we worked it out.
And that's that night for you.
I have smell.
Oh shit, how am I gonna pick this up?
What's wrong? Just pick it up.
Can someone get me the calipers of the fire?
What is wrong with you? Why?
Surely we must have some kind of grabby thingy for the
Really?
fire. Like fire stoker or...
We'll have a prodder.
Yeah, but do they have the...
Not normally.
What era is
Oh,
it?
you know what? Quest brings you the
I've had worse.
Toasting
I've had
thing.
to sleep until
The
4
toasting
next
thing?
day.
you get
Oh, no, no.
looks like 2 shovels put together. You put bread in, you put it on the fire toast.
Oh! Okay, fine.
Do you hear mugs?
Alright, I will try and put it in the toasty thing.
Yep.
And then bring it inside and say, here you go. Don't touch the item inside. It does stuff, bad stuff to you.
It burns! It burns!
Bad juju.
Yeah, it burnt my, well, dissolves my rags, basically.
How'd you know that?
Because I tried picking it up with a rag.
Oh, why'd you try picking up with a ring?
Because obviously they're using this as their monetary entry.
It's just a ring, isn't it?
How many rings do you know dissolve rags?
None, which is why I wouldn't pick up a ring or a rag.
In that case, grow, here come Peter.
But yeah, I will thank the
Should have asked me at the first time.
the lovely gentleman for his entry fee.
He stops and says, I'm not a gentleman. Lady to you, sir.
Oh,
And then walks off.
sorry.
Hard to tell at that age.
Yeah. Gentle lady. Gentle folk. Little person.
Hard to tell when it's a lich.
And when you can see through them completely. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, your identifying features are not there.
I wonder, does D&D have gender neutral pronouns?
Yes, they.
The lich, the.
I'm the lich. The what? Exactly.
I think everyone in this competition should just be addressed to as the.
Kind sir.
I rolled low for once. I actually wanted to roll low this time. I yell out, shift change!
Apparently you're the only one around.
It's lovely drinking with you.
No, I mean, Quest is now up on the door.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Lovely drinking with you. I'll send Kroll over. Shift change, you get the gnome.
That's I'll take the name of whatever the hell those last 2 things were.
Quest's expired at all.
Okay, a few hours later,
Strumming.
as the sun rises.
Really?
Well, the place is open till dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was expecting like 4 other people to show up.
You see the headmaster of the Cipher Lodge show up.
Oh,
This is-
my buddy.
Flex Mulligan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, flexible.
G'day, Flex. How's it going?
Liars, yeah.
Elias
Great.
is here.
I got an invitation for a fight.
You too, huh?
Mm.
Must be like the 20th person with the invitation.
1, 2, 3.
Look, I was handing out
They must
rules,
have
but
everyone here.
apparently they're not valid anymore, so I'll just take a copy of the invitation.
Oh, we've got
He
5
shows you
minutes.
the invitation, all in gnomish.
Yep.
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 Looks to be in order. It's got the symbol at the bottom.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Did you want to put your entry fee in now to go into the vault? Or?
Sure, he hands you a book.
You're probably going to hand that straight to Barry.
He's just holding it in his hand.
May I hand you to two?
Yeah.
Book.
20 to reflex check out of the way or sidestep, let it fall on the ground.
Yeah, how big is the book?
It is probably
So it's the
So
same as a
good
small creature.
time.
same. It probably weighs about the same as a small creature, so about at least one block.
One bulk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, can I read it?
You open it; it's full of arcane script.
Barry's taking this.
No, I'd probably better not give that to Parry, huh?
Well, that's completely up to you. That means Parry's won the fight. The person who reads it is the person who won,
If they can.
and they have the right to kill anyone else who reads it.
Luckily, I can't read.
Luckily for you, he says, giving you a wink.
Dooza, you still awake?
Presumably.
Can you go take this to the vault? It's a little big for me.
Drag, drag,
Um,
drag.
I presume I've mostly been guarding this little egg on the fire all night.
Yep. Most of the people have gone by this stage.
So it'd be like safe to leave it there for a few minutes until I work out what I can do more permanently privately to I'll ask Parry about it later.
No, give it to Barry now.
No, the book is fine. I need to ask you about the egg and how we can have a solution where it's not out in the public being
Wrap it in a blanket.
warm.
Blanket.
Don't try and read it. Apparently, if you try and read it, you might die.
Good to know. Oh.
Did you want to come in for a drink?
Green.
Bit of a gamble?
Sure. I hear one arm's here.
Flex one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, one arm's around somewhere.
You literally just called me up, and he's like,
Oh,
oh.
did she? Well, that was how he knew you were there, because you called him up.
Yeah, I'm sure Flex will be up from the bowels of the place soon enough.
Like literally around the corner on the fireplace.
Just goes out to the bar. Just give him whatever. Doesn't need to pay today.
I love the bar, the bowel.
Armbreaker's in there too.
Unless she left at some point in the night.
No, it should be there.
I was
You're
honestly
looking at everything that's
expecting
going into the vault.
the book to be like yay big, and as soon as you grab it, it's like, oh, it's like it's a literal book of weightlifting.
And when you come back to the door, you see standing there 3 Hell Knights.
Oh.
Hello, sirs. Did you want to come in for a drink?
They just look at you. One pulls out a scroll.
Does he unfurl it or hand it to me or?
He drops it into your hands. It's very hot when it lands in your hands. Yep. But it's not in Gnomish, and it's not in Dwarvish. It's not in Draconic.
Can I roll for it or is it out of my league?
It's Infernal.
Yes.
You've seen Infernal.
Yes.
I've seen Infernal?
Yes.
Okay. It's got the seal on it.
Yeah.
It's like I could recognize the draconic text, I just
Yeah.
couldn't read it.
We're starting on Friday, hopefully. Depends on how the first competition goes. Did you
I
want to
want
drop your stuff off today or come back with it?
Drops a bag into your hands.
Oh no! What's in the bag?
Feels like coins. Sounds like coins.
These are my coins.
Can I look at them?
Yep. They're not like any coin you've ever seen. Each coin glows.
Wait.
Do they have like individual symbols on them?
Yep.
Cool, I'll go hand that off to someone. Kroll, you're free?
I'm just kind of staring blankly
Oh,
into my
sorry.
beer.
Going, Green Arrow, get out here.
He's still probably
Take that to the
traumatized.
full room.
I'm still traumatized. What? Huh?
And you're having a discussion with
Yeah, I was about to
Elias.
say, probably in the meantime, I've dropped the book off and come back and invited Elias to the fireplace so I can keep
So
lighting
what's this
the
book that's been dropped off in front of me?
Cypher jerk.
Nice. I'll take that.
Tone deaf, yeah, I'm on my way.
Right, sorry, your name was Tone Deaf. I keep forgetting. Don't look at them. You might die.
Bag of coins.
Hey, coins. I want to look at them.
Oh, yeah, Judas
Give
does
me a
say that
craft
the
roll.
book from Elias
Craft roll.
is not to be read.
Oh, okay.
A torment for Parry. You cannot read this book. Here, find this book.
Upon potentially dying, so I'm not sure if the weight saying it's coming from Elias is enough for
18.
him.
18. I'm looking at them. You've read about these. They're called soul coins.
Yep, I thought so.
Each one most likely contains the soul of a demon, devil, outsider, or evildoer that they have caught.
How many of them are there?
Whoa.
There's about 15 coins.
Are they silver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they look like they're silver, but they're not
They're
actually. They don't
silver.
actually
Yeah, they're
have
silver.
the same properties of silver.
Yeah, I was about to say they look like silver, but they're probably worth a lot more.
Yes.
To the vault. Holy.
Literally.
Yes.
Unholy crap.
Well, what? Was we missing 2 people?
So Elias was 20,
You always have like 2
Three.
no-shows.
3 Hell Knights, so yeah, if she
And
said
did you
20...
did you count her? No, she's not one of her invites though. I just
Yeah, I was
didn't-
about
No,
to
I
say,
was about
she's
to
there?
say that would probably be excluding her.
I
Always
invite
teasing you.
myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an invitational.
Yeah, so it was 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 23. So
Okay, so as you reach back to the make it back to the door, you see someone that Willie had met recently.
Junk punch.
Yup.
Oh, Junk Punch. Yeah.
Junk punch. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Little question time.
Look, unfortunately, like Buttshot's not around to see you again.
That's okay. I'm here to battle little Miss Armbreaker.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
You have an
no.
invite?
Yeah, I got an invite. He scrolls it. Also in Gnomish.
Symbol at the bottom. Alright, well, we're starting the tournament on Friday, hopefully. If all goes well. Did you want to leave your entry fee here, or did you want to bring it back?
He hands you a scroll.
Tone deaf!
On a tone deaf.
Again, if you look at it, you might die.
Oh no, you're fine to read it.
Okay, so what kind
We'll
of...
only kill you slowly, he says.
I'm really killing you slowly. What kind of scroll is it?
It seems to be a scroll made out of undetermined parchment. Doesn't look particularly old. Doesn't look particularly expensive.
Does it look like kind of leathery?
Probably a little leathery, but it's still done as parchment, which most parchment is leather.
So craft roll.
Yep.
12.
Well, you probably could have bought this in Rulebook.
I read it.
It is an offering of his services for a year and a day to do whatever is requested of him.
To be fair, that would be Junk Punch's number 1.
Within the bounds of Riddlepot.
Okay.
Less valuable.
Well, hey,
Time donation is still valuable.
and
You probably spent
it's
a
his
gold.
most, especially it's his most valuable thing.
You probably spent a gold on the parchment itself, so maybe not.
In Riddleport?
It's not easy to get parchment.
I suppose they have the trees.
It's all ocean.
But you could make parchment out of.
And it's countersigned by the Church of Calistria.
Okay. Pocket the the vault. So we gotta think of it this way. We're probably gonna get monetary value out of everyone rocking up, probably ordering a load of drinks. So
Oh, yes, that's where we're going to make more profit. We're going to get profit out of the
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if we manage to talk Armbreaker into giving us
yeah.
a cut of it.
Okay, and then next time you make it back to the door, there is a very plain-looking gnome just sort of lounging against the doorframe.
Hello and welcome to the Golden Goblin. How can I help you today?
Oh, you must be questing. I can see the marks.
The marks.
My sister's mentioned you many times.
Oh.
Armbreaker?
Yeah.
Right. You're the brother?
Yeah, I'm the leg breaker.
You're leg breaker. Did she give you an invitation, or are you hosting as well?
Oh no, I got the invitation.
Oh, right. Do you want the spiel, or do you know what's happening?
Must spill away.
We're hoping to start Friday evening, all going well. We're happy to take your entry now. We're going to our vault, where it's hopefully...
And what's the penalties on killing someone again?
Look, the contract I wrote up said, as long as you do it within the confines of the rules, it's fine.
Okay, so
Your
if I use
sister
the rules to
tore
kill
up-
them?
Your sister tore up the rules, so you
That
have
sounds
to
like
ask her.
I think it's no holds barred.
It is Riddleport.
I can't stop you from doing anything, and I'm not in the position to punish you for doing it.
Okay, I agree.
So what's his offer?
Okay, he puts a golden key on into your hands. He said a key to the city.
Key to the city.
For one day, you can get into any place you want in the city. No questions asked.
That seems like a very valuable artifact.
It is. It's the only time you'll ever get to see the Lord of the town.
Quest will remember that.
I am the gatekeeper.
You said for one day. Is that any day of the bearer's choosing, or on
Nope.
a specific day of
The day they get the key is the day they can use the
the
key.
day they get the keys? The day they use it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you may as well use this.
Does that mean I'll go put that in the vault. Percy, stand at the door.
Percy looks at the gnome and runs off.
I see you have a reputation too.
Oh, I've only drank here twice.
Yes, but Percy remembers, and that's impressive.
That's the first, he says. He seems very detached when he says that.
Is he looking grey at all?
No.
Okay. Where's Kroll then? Kroll.
Yeah.
Green Arrow.
Brother of Armbreaker.
Oh,
What's up?
Do you want to go put this in the vault, please?
Sure. What's it for?
It's entry.
Oh, okay. I'll go put it in the vault.
It tingles strangely when you touch it. You've gone from half asleep to wide awake and feeling like you have had coffee.
Weird.
Don't put it in anything. You might die.
What says you might
How am I
die?
gonna put it in the vault then?
They're like keyholes. Don't try and open the key.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll go and put it in the vault without using the keyhole.
Looking at the key, it looks like your key to your house back in Slipper Rose.
Can I check the other side?
You flip the key over, it's identical to the key you grew up with.
Does it have like any family...
If your family key had an
Insignias
insignia on it, it has the same insignia on it.
and now you're taking quests. It's good. Don't do the zone. I'll kill you more seriously.
Who's the door?
Who's at the door?
His character wasn't paying attention at the time.
The gatekeeper?
Who's that, the Grim Reaper?
No, the gatekeeper.
Are they the same person?
The gatekeeper of Asgard.
No!
Which deity are we talking about?
It's
There's
not
lots of
deity.
gatekeepers.
It's just a title. It's a gatekeeper. He keeps a gate.
I'm gonna be very confused.
Look, ask your friend who the gatekeeper is.
Is Armbreaker still there?
Yep, she's currently at the bar still.
Okay. I'll just ask her who's this gatekeeper person?
Oh, he's my brother.
Your brother?
He hasn't had a good fight for ages.
He also hasn't been around for ages.
Took a while for him to get here once I sent a message.
Hang on.
Wait, so this is not the same person that helps her carry around the dude?
Yes, technically.
But gnomes can have many siblings.
Yeah.
Because gnomes don't actually age.
No, I know, but like it's not the because we've met the other one that carries around the thingy.
No, you never met
the
you never
brother.
met the twin.
Yeah, maybe.
So
he's
we
just-
don't know.
Or maybe he's asleep.
This could be a different brother. We don't know if it's a twin or not. But yeah, I guess I'll go to the door.
Mm-hmm. He looks you up and down and says, "You're shorter than I remember."
We've met.
Oh, no, we will meet.
We will meet.
Yes, we haven't met formally yet, but we have met.
I assume you're a time wizard of some sort.
No, you're just not that old.
Oh, okay.
I met you when you were really young.
Oh, right. Yes. How did you come across this?
Oh, it's the key looks like whoever's holding its most remembered key.
Most remembered key.
I want to know what parry is.
So what does it do?
Opens anything.
It opens anything.
Probably the key to my shack.
Yes. So you should give it the vault.
Hang on a second. Can you hold this and then tell me what this key looks like to you?
It looks like a generic key.
Just hold the damn thing.
Yes. It looks like a generic key.
Is it a generic key?
Look.
Still looks like the same key to you in his hand.
God damn
And to him, it looks like just this gold key.
Do you think I grew up with locks?
That's true.
Alright.
This is
I'll
quest.
take
This
the
is
key
quest
back.
you're talking to. Remember?
Look, the lock to the door of the caravan was a piece of wire you wrapped around.
I was surprised you didn't just see a piece of wire there.
Oh, okay.
And he looks at you. I see you picked the wrong person to test the theory on.
Some theories are fantastic, others are not. This one was not. So do you only come in for competitions, or
Well, I don't live in the city.
where do you live?
That's a bit personal.
Well, you're
Buy him a
a
drink
person.
first.
Not in this city.
Well, I guess as much seeing as you said you don't come here often.
We also said he doesn't live in the city.
Yes, that too. Alright, well, I'm gonna guess you've been to Silverrose then.
Yep.
Yep.
Last through there, you might even be related.
To you?
We're about that age.
Been around the block, have you?
Wouldn't you if you could?
No, but I know people who would.
Well, you get bored every century or so, so who knows?
I wouldn't know.
I mentioned my... Fuck. No, I don't. One of the rules of Pathfinders, you don't do that. You don't mention family.
Here's my family line. Yeah, I know that line. Didn't he become a Pathfinder?
Yeah, exactly. I kind of go... Okay, well...
He describes a house he stayed in that is remind you of your house.
It sounds like a lovely home.
Probably was. Haven't been there for a while.
Kroll would look at a question and basically say, okay, I'm going to go take this inside and keep our guests occupied?
I don't think I can make your guests do anything.
No, I just meant.
But would you like to come in for a drink?
Sure. I haven't seen my younger sister in ages.
And I'll go and put this in the vault.
Again with the drink, just give it to him.
Oh no, I brought some. He pulls out a shining bottle out of his bag.
Which they're on.
Guaranteed to make you feel like you didn't feel a thing.
Which they're
I kind of want to put the key in front of Doozer.
You think Doozer grew up with doors and locks?
I don't know, but something's
There's like,
wrong
do
with
the
the
piece up.
key.
What's this key? Okay.
I'd probably see something similar to
A basic key.
to Quest is just like a plain, probably not even gold, probably like silver, pewter or something coloured.
Bone key.
Probably
Bone
been-
key, yeah, actually, probably more akin to a bone key because you know shaman. All,
So
all
you
the
don't
shamans.
see a golden like key or anything, you see a bone key.
What do you think our shamans use?
So you see a bone key, I see a golden key. Okay, this is really weird.
At least it's three.
I'm
now.
definitely gonna put it in the vault. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's enough for me.
Just put it
Too
properly,
creepy.
it's properly there.
So, Harry, a key gets brought to you.
Key.
Yeah, it looks like the key to the library of your tower where you've been learning, the one to the forbidden section that you always wanted.
Forbidden section.
The one that you were never allowed to go to.
Interesting.
But you'd seen it many times.
Apparently, this key looks different to every person.
What does it look like to you?
It looks like a key I'm familiar with. For Doozer, it was a skeleton key.
Flex one arm. What does it look like to you?
You just answered your question.
Skeleton
I'm not
key.
even
Bone
there.
key, sorry.
I'm still probably talking to the
And
lights.
apparently, Question saw a key and told me a story of how he didn't grow up with locks.
That makes sense. Knowledge.
Knowledge history.
History?
Wouldn't it be knowledge arcana? Because it's magical.
Do an arcana check.
Make an arcana check then.
25.
Okay, so it's not something you're familiar with, but it does seem to have properties attuned to the user, whoever's holding it. But the fact it's actually changing the perception of people not holding it as well, so people perceive it as something associated with them
Yeah.
in some way.
I'm going to make this really ironic. I'm going to take it to the vault, find a little chest, put it in there and lock it up.
So there is that rune-covered chest.
No, not that one. No.
It does seem to have the perfect keyhole on it now.
So Lake
No.
Rico was the last of the
No.
25 invites that she said, unless she said out more.
Hopefully not. But
Just
in
so
the
we're
little,
keeping
in the little
tally.
chest, just lock the key up.
Mm-hmm.
Have the key on my back pocket.
So that you put the key in your back pocket and lock up nothing?
No, I lock the chest.
Okay, you lock the chest and have the key in your back pocket, and
And then I lock the vault.
And you lock the vault, so you walk out with the magic key in your back pocket.
No, the magical key's in the chest.
Okay.
Are you
Ma-
sure?
Ma-
She wants
Ma-
to check your back
Ma-
pockets.
Martin is really trying to mess with you today.
No.
Roll to magically check my back pocket.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
So will saving throw?
Yep.
Oh.
But the moment he started mentioning keys, it got problematic.
Oh boy.
22.
22. Okay, you realised after you're in the middle of shutting the door that the key in your back pocket was the one you thought you locked in the chest. You go back in, you unlock the chest, you look in. The key that you locked in the chest was the correct key. You're now confused.
doesn't like being put in the corner, apparently.
I leave both keys in the vault and close the vault.
Didn't need my room key anyway.
You call someone and ask them to lock the door for you.
No, because both keys are in there. I have no keys on me.
Yeah, and that's when the person closes the door. Like,
Because
"There's a
I'm
key in
pretty
your
sure,
back
I'm pretty
pocket."
sure Saul is the one who has the key for the vault.
Yeah, he has it, the big
Yeah.
hand key.
Yes.
Okay, so that night passes quite well. The next day passes quite uneventfully. So Wednesday is a quiet day as a big buzz buzzes around the town about the fight happening, and how there's squillions of coins up for grabs,
Oh,
Oh.
because no one really knows what squillions are, but it sounds like a lot. And there's lots of goblins running around saying you need to buy tickets, tickets, buy tickets. This is going to be the best ever.
Ah.
Well,
It's going to be a big event.
The goblins can sell tickets all they want.
it's hilarious because they're not even really participating either. They're just like our little word minions at this point.
The goblins are selling tickets. They don't know what the goblins are just making money. Amazing.
Oh, they're making money.
Yes.
Oh.
They are literally selling tickets.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but
It's
that
not a
means-
ticketed event.
You're going to have people showing up with tickets.
It's ticket. Well, what do you want us to do about it? Did you buy it here? We need to hire out an alternate venue for the Invitational.
You mentioned that now.
He does have a pit fighting arena below.
I was about to say, what would we use a pit fighting arena? So we're not destroying the.
Because I don't think the pit fighting arena is going to contain the fight.
Well,
It'll just
it
knock out
contains fights down there pretty well usually.
I think he
Between
means
giants
the
and
caliber of people we have.
licks and elven
There
princesses.
was no giants in the people who turned
Yeah,
up.
they're giants.
Sorry, giant werewolves and
Yeah.
licks and
Yep.
shape changes of an unknown origin.
And
Do you want me to
bleach
keep going?
Oh yeah, the bleach
I-
gnome.
The boogeyman. The literal boogeyman.
What and like the 10 show.
How's your sanity going there?
Not well.
Green arrow. Sanity check on.
Yeah, the 10 show anti warriors and the
I'm not scared of many things.
The
About 4 of them showed up yesterday.
You see, notice how they're last on the list of things that we want to fight?
And you also, one of the things you also noticed is that on the Wednesday, it's the quietest the town has ever been.
Is that because there's a shit ton of really powerful people in the city right now?
Well, no, there were people who started a ruckus, but they're dead now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
By
Yes, it's
who?
because there's a bunch of
Haven't
really
yet.
powerful
This
people
is-
in the city.
There's one of 25 options. Okay.
No, but our juice is
So,
interested.
yes, we need to find an alternate
Not the
venue
Hell Knights.
to host the Invitational.
Right.
So that when this all goes to shit, it
One
doesn't
of
just knock the
22
goblins.
options.
The thing is, we can't host it anywhere else because it has to be within our district. Otherwise,
Okay,
we're
it can
encroaching
be
on
in
someone
the
else.
street.
Why don't you host in your 2x2 meter hut that you love so much?
Two walk in,
Because
one
I
walks
don't
out.
want it to be knocked over in the first
Just-
wrestle.
Juicer thinks the fight pit will be adequate because
It'll be adequate. It'll be fine.
Okay, I've made my suggestion. I don't want to be held accountable when it comes to shit.
But I have a plan.
A cunning plan.
A cunning
A
plan.
cunning plan sign.
Those tickets the goblin is selling, if people turn up, we can send them to do a altar invitational at the hut and make extra money off that.
Okay.
That way they're not ruining what we're doing and we're making money on the side.
Right. You wanted to speak last night in private.
Yes, while Armbreaker was not around.
Was she still around?
No.
Right, well, she's not around. We're all here. Speak.
Okay. That seal Was Saul able to tell us what the seal was?
The seal was her personal seal, yes.
Oh, her personal seal. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The seal's just been around as long as Riddleport has.
Yeah.
So you know how we've got this overlord that makes people fight?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect that the Overlord's got his fingers in some of this somehow. Whether she's connected, I don't know. But
I suspect that the overlord is a figurehead for her.
you think she's the Overlord?
Yes.
That actually makes a whole bunch of sense.
Nice.
Yeah, it would actually. It's a bit of a scary thought.
Hell. Juice is confused that Quest actually made a good point.
I've got time to think about it. I know what I'm talking about. Don't give me time, I get stupid shit. But time. Good ideas. I think she's the real power behind it. The overlord might be the overlord, but he's still answering to someone. That someone is her.
Considering she basically gave away the fact that she's been here for like since Riddleport was found.
I'm not denying it's not a possibility. It's a scary possibility, that's for sure.
Also, is this job worth it? Should we just leave?
Well, you get a lot of information.
Yeah, we're here to report, not to.
Die?
Well, yes.
I don't think we're gonna die. Juice kind of trails off at that point.
Alright, well.
Okay, we have a slight chance of. We have a big chance of dying, but.
Alright, those are my concerns. I'll leave the floor open.
Well, before we started getting objects of priceless worth, I was going to suggest we go to the moneylender and get him to transfer it to actual tender for us. And then, he could get part of the cut, and so could the Overlord. That way we know when we come back with the funding, we're not going to get robbed. Because we have the Overlords.
Yes, I just have to point out that we actually don't have any of that. We're just holding on to it for the moment.
Yes, I know,
We
but
didn't get approval to take a cut.
no, but it's kind of hard to split diamonds in X amount of ways.
Yes, it's also kind of hard to split an egg in X amount of ways.
Yes, and a priceless number.
However, chopped heart is easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, considering that the stipulation of this event for that part is when it takes all. Do we really want to be splitting that up anyway?
Yep, we want a cut.
We're getting a cut from day one or event one. Because
We still want a cut.
we're still gonna get a cut.
I was attempting to negotiate for buying off Soul's debt and getting us a tidy little sum.
You also you
The
were supposed to
thing is,
break armbreak.
If we go with your theory that the Overlord is Armbreaker, this is their way of basically hammering Saul into the ground and out for the count. If this goes wrong and they call them out, they have a way to basically accuse Saul of not splitting the loot properly or whatever, and then
As well, it sounds like a Soul problem.
I guess so, but yeah.
How you doing? Okay. So, the Friday rocks around rather quickly. Quicker than most of you would have wanted.
The rest of the week has been relatively quiet.
Rest of the week has been relatively quiet, but there's a buzz everywhere.
Did anyone come in to the tavern on the Wednesday?
People came in and asked questions, finding out about stuff, people wanting to find out the rules, and the most people not wanting to actually win the chance to get into the other fight. They're happy to bow out and just take whatever winnings they get at that point and go.
No. If you don't win, you don't get winnings.
They're still thinking it's still a better chance than that having the arena normally.
Quest doesn't say that you don't win, you don't get winnings. Quest says, yes, that sounds like a sensible idea.
Okay, so they have. You do find out rough numbers by the time you're starting to set up on Friday.
Yep.
You have about 5,000 people showing up for the flights.
Oh.
For the open.
Well, the entry fee is to get in and watch, drink, be merry, and technically be safe.
So
And
some
the
of them-
goblins had sold another 1,000 tickets.
Wow.
So we got 5,000 people show up and pay us, and then another 1,000 people just showed up with tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many people?
Oh, this is why we should have set up the
6,000
other
people in
thing.
total.
We could have made money off that.
Is that correct? 6,000? 6,000?
And so
I didn't think Riddleport had that many people.
Riddleport
People have been
has
travelling from
13,500 people.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
people have
Oh,
been
okay.
travelling
R-
outside.
Riddleport's a large city.
We've got half the population. Well, we can still send that 1,000 people to do a secondary.
Okay, so and then there's a bunch of goblins at the door asking for Barry.
No. They're back. Alright.
6,000 people turn up for the first event.
Yep.
Great.
Alright. I greet the goblins at the door.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, they go. We sell tickets. They shove a big bag into your hands.
Wait.
Of coins?
Of coins?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh. I open up the bag. How many coins roughly is there in there?
There's so many coins in there. You're not sure you can count it yourself. There's a bit of blood on some of it too, but.
Oh.
I think
See,
we're
the
kind of
most
immune to
goblins
that by
getting
now.
it
It's
here.
Riddleport.
The gold goblin thanks you. And I take the coins inside
And they follow you. They call themselves the Parish Protectors.
and... Yes! I have got 20 goblins.
Taking down to the armory and armoring with short bows.
No.
Oh, they all have 2 daggers each.
Yes, well, now they've got short bows too.
You're surely not just going to stab themselves in the eye with that? Because that's probably what happens with their daggers.
Now, to the goblins. How good are you at security?
We can steal anything you want us to steal. What would you like us to steal?
No, we don't need you to steal anything. We
Person? We
No,
can get any person you want,
no,
and
No, we need you to protect this while we have the event going.
can we kill people if they try to get it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy to pay you 2 copper each.
We do it just for you, Parry. I give you hugs. Because Parry's our favourite.
Hooray! We now got 20 goblins protecting our stuff for the Friday.
Oh, hey, goblins!
Oh, God.
Hey, look, there's a goblin here. There's a goblin here.
There's
What
a
are you
goblin,
doing here?
There's a goblin here.
I just showed up for the event.
Like, make sure you pay ticket.
Yes,
We stab people who not pay ticket.
I paid ticket
Then we not stab you today.
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 Tomorrow maybe stab, not today stab. Always live in fear of stab.
Tomorrow
So
we're
imagine one of the
Always
goblins
do.
looking at one bag and going, tomorrow stab, today stab.
The quest thing, I always do.
They all show different parts of where they've been stabbed. They can have a stab off. They get stabbed here on Tuesday, here on Wednesday.
Step by orc, step by human, step by dwarf, step by croc.
Yep.
They seem a little more educated than you'd expect for goblins.
Yeah, because they can actually talk to me in full sentences.
And it's the second time they've talked to you in full sentences.
I know! I'm shocked!
Were you born in city?
Yes, city folk. Raised by city folk.
Yep.
Parry looked after lots of us when we were young.
And I take
Parry
it
was
he
on
didn't-
goblin duty.
I take it he didn't abuse you anywhere near enough to be a goblin kid.
My favourite thing was goblin tossing with magic.
And we bounced and we laughed. We went, more!
Like I did with fidget, just until I came. Projectile.
No wonder you're so good at it.
Ah, the backstory comes out.
Yes. This is where you write your sheet secret trait, you know.
Yeah.
I
Goblin
can toss
tossing.
goblins with my...
Yeah. That way.
Trained in goblin tossing.
So So yes, and then
Hey,
we.
I got gold medal at the Olympics for goblin tossing again.
And considering you guys need to head off early, we can finish up there with the next session being the fights.
Yeah.
And how much you want to get involved in the fights.
Parry has Grim Tendrils on hand just in case things get out of hand.
Quest has a book going.
The last thing you do see before finishing is Gaston Comarque himself showing up for the fights.
Ooh.
Shit.
The Overlord Overlord.
Oh, well, hopefully things don't get too much.
I was wondering when he was going to show up.
Yes. So he's showing up to the open or the invitation?
He's showing up to just view. He's paying the gold entry fee.
He's entering. Oh,
He's paying a gold. We're charging a gold to watch.
Yep.
For these people, for these fights.
Yes.
Basically, you're getting what people pummel with no real rules, with a chance to win a take of the entry fee.
Yeah, I know.
And so the more people who show up, the more chance they have of winning something. And anyone can enter.
So hang on. Are they paying to spectate or are they paying to enter?
As far as I know, they get the choice of fighting if they wish to. Most people are coming in and going, I'll watch. Especially considering you've got the big orc going, crunch.
Right, okay. That's fine.
And then when they learn Armbreakers, the final fight, some people go,
Yeah. Chance to get into the big fights with, starting with the Orc Chieftain, Orc Hunt Master, and if you can make your way through it, you get to fight the gnome. So yeah, we've got 6,000 people showed up to do.
to have a potential chance at fighting because they thought they were big, burly, and strong. Because they'd only be going up against dudes of one arm.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Because that was on the poster. Many people going, I can take him.
Yep.
Sorry.
And because you didn't advertise the other one, no one knew the other people were here. When they saw them show up, it's like,
Oh.
Yes.
I can see.
Yeah. I'll bow out and take my current winnings. Yep. Here you go.
Nothing.
You didn't give me anything. You didn't win.
Didn't win the whole thing.
But stay around, watch, get some money on the fights.
I think,
It's a major event for people.
Oh yeah.
I think probably watching from the rafters upstairs.
Yeah, well, hang on. The goblin's not big enough to house 6,000 people.
Yes, I know.
So,
How
where are we
big's
current?
the fight though?
You do have lots of, do have two arenas. You can fit a big chunk of people in here. It is a very large place to begin with, and you do have the rafter areas that look down. So it can be rigged up to make many tiers for a boxing area.
Right.
Which I'm assuming is what you guys had worked on,
Yeah.
Yep, also that.
and it can be rigged up to be like above and below. So people have the right next to the ring or above the ring. Yep. Okay, so I will put this onto